Back with another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast, the Santa's spectacular Christmas Eve shit show. Coming at you tonight, we got guests rolling through. It's Cowboys week. We are fired up. You are listening to another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. LES. Silent night. It's not going to be silent in here. There's going to be yelling and screaming and fighting and fists and spit flying. But we are back. I am back after a 3-week hiatus. I like transparency here. So what happened was apparently somebody complained to management and didn't want me on the air during the World Cup. I don't know who it was, but there were requests made, and I was told to stay home during the World Cup. What? So, yeah, watch it. I'm gonna watch the inside of my eyes. Yeah, so I'm back, and I got guests in here with me, and we're gonna have guests rolling through. It's gonna be a good night. Jim Marcus to my left, coming to you live from beautiful downtown Willow Grove, from the lovely Crack Bell Production Studios. Say 3 weeks off, I lose my rhythm, my cadence. To my left, the infamous, the notorious AP Smitty.
What's up, man?
What up?
I'm glad to have my VP back tonight.
You got your Hurts support in here. Feels weird. I'm usually looking at Deke and making sure he's still awake. So I'm going to make sure that you're good. To his left, we got Bob Hartnett. Bob,
what's going on, guys?
Thanks for
Merry Christmas
for kicking in while I was gone.
Hey, no problem.
It's happy holidays. It's a political night. Not everybody celebrates.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
The show is Santa Boot First. You're going to bag on Christmas?
I'm going to say happy holidays because it's politically correct. We are an equitable podcast.
Yes, we always
Don't be
worry about
offended.
that.
I'm not there.
Inclusive
I'm not there yet,
podcast. Can you
I'm not
state your
there yet.
pronouns, AB?
There we go. We'll introduce AB. One of the guests for tonight, Brian Flannery. What's going on, Flan? Thanks for coming in. We missed you.
Thanks for having me. It's been a while, but I'm glad to be back.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
He and
Merry
his.
Christmas.
He and his.
You could go he is.
All right, thank you.
Did you see Elon Musk is also charging people double if you use collective pronouns?
Oh, really?
You can charge double, yes. He's
Oh,
charging
wow.
journalists double the rate. So just an FYI.
That sounds good.
All right.
Elon for president.
Do we want to pay that $8 for the blue check? Do we want a
Ooh.
blue check? Is it worth it?
Sure.
Sure. All right.
Whatever.
We'll work it into the budget. To AB's left, we've got the youngest Martin holding it down for Martin right now. Andrew Martin. And joining us back in studio after a grueling season, the young man, the kid, Brody Marcus. Look at him. He's getting a standing up. They don't even care that I'm here.
Yeah, Brody.
What's going on, bud? What's up? There you go.
That's
Take
all
it
you
over.
got?
Take it over from Andrew.
That was a deep voice. What's up?
And behind the glass, we got the man keeping us live and on air, Nate Money Moss.
You.
Yeah.
There it is. There we go. There we go. So we're back, right? I missed a few weeks of football. It was good football. We got Dallas week coming up. We got an injury from last week.
Yeah.
MVP talk, Pro Bowl talk.
We got the old head on.
We got the old head. The old head in?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. What's he
Oh,
showing
there
us?
he is.
Damn, I thought I saw Deke's undergarments. The camera.
Never from the face, from below the chin. Jesus.
You can see the bats in the bell tower there, Deke. You got to
Oh
move the.
my God.
The camera, dude.
So
Are you-
there he is,
are
the
you gonna
elder
say something, Deke?
statesman. Good evening, Deke. How are you?
That better. Good. Feeling a lot better.
Been a lot better.
Deke.
Yep. What's up, Smitty?
We miss you, buddy.
What's going on, man? That was Bob.
Oh, what's up there, Bob?
I think the morphine's kicking in.
Hold on. Did we just get the old head high right now? Are you high right now on the show?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He said yeah.
Out of that since yesterday.
Well, thanks for jumping on, Deke. We
Yeah.
miss you not being here. I was excited to get back, and I got to look at this mug to the left of me. I'm used to looking at yours.
Yeah, right?
But we know you're feeling a bit under the weather, but thanks for jumping on with us here.
Yep, definitely.
And we're just getting ready to get into it.
Well, first we got to go to our sponsors.
Oh, our sponsor. See, I am out of it. Thank you to Mama Mia's Pizzeria. Tonight we had the special, which was the upside down pie, a plain. I guess this is your new favorite, the steak, the square with steak, and then the square with pepperoni and sausage. Very good. They will be open on Saturday until 3:00 if anybody needs some last minute catering or just some extra grub for Christmas Eve. Or if, like Smitty, if you're not celebrating Christmas, just get some pizzas for the Eagles game.
Chinese food.
There you go. And also to our fantastic whiskey
It's
Pops
already going
McCann's.
bad. It's already
Well,
going
yo,
bad.
he already said the Santa shit show. Last week we were good. We made a conscious and intentional effort to not talk over each other. We did pretty good.
It was.
Now today Jim comes back and we're total shit show again.
Well, that's it tends to happen. I mean,
Yeah, and you're here too, so we know
Yes.
you're going to control it.
Yeah.
DJ just
right.
texted us breaking news. He's on his way up, so we're excited to have you.
All right.
Make
yeah,
sure
like
your
I
hair-
said, we're gonna have to. We'll be rolling people
figure it
through
out.
here.
Make sure his hair looks nice when he comes up.
All right. Can we start talking sports? I'm here to talk sports.
You
I keep
named
trying to get into it.
Pops McCann Irish.
I did. I said our fantastic Pops McCann's whiskeys.
What are you gonna say?
If you need some whiskey for the holidays, some holiday cheer,
There you go.
reach out to Jason Fogg. Find him on Facebook. Pops McCann's Fine Whiskeys.
Who
Many
made your
varieties.
coasters? Who
Usually
made the
call-
coasters?
you
You
call-
shout them out.
I don't know.
You call him the proprietor.
The proprietor. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I just wanna-
our
yeah.
whiskey.
Sports.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
All right. Eagles.
So Flyers talk.
who?
Just brought up Gritty today.
Does this game mean anything?
What, this day? Game?
This game.
Yeah.
Does it? Does
I
it
mean,
really? Does it really?
I'd like to see us wrap up the 1 seed sooner than later.
How can
You
it
think-
not?
Now,
Right, it's Dallas.
from the perspective of we get to thump our chests if we win, do you think
forget
either
that.
I
of
don't
these
really
teams-
care about that.
It would be a
Tell me-
nice win, but it's not needed. We don't.
Keep going. Speak.
I don't talk to the
It's
kid
not,
like
it's
that.
not needed.
I'm trying to
It's not
help him
needed.
out.
It's not needed, but when the schedule came out
We all marked
back
it.
in April, you beyond marked it, right? You changed your Christmas Eve plans. You changed around the schedule. You made sure you're going to go to church Saturday or, in the morning on Christmas morning. for
Yeah, I'm
this
not
game,
going to
right?
church, but keep
We
going.
know you're not, you heathen.
I'm with you.
Neither am I. So, yeah, I think it means something. And I think when you look at it, it's almost like the equalizer game because Dak was out for them the first game, right? So that's all we heard. You beat them without Dak. I'd like to beat them without Hurts. I think it means
Okay.
more.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that.
I think it means something for sure. I mean, when you look at you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the season, but also too, I want to wrap up this 1 seed because if you lose this game, like you're what is it, two games ahead
You don't
at
have
that
to
point?
worry. All you got to do is win one
The
game.
thing is, anything can happen. Injuries happen. Whatever happens. Maybe Hurts is out another week. Who knows? But I think the faster you can get this wrapped up, the better.
I lost it. All right. From the fan perspective, yes, I agree with all.
Oh,
of you.
you're saying from the players?
From the players and the coaches' perspective, if you know there's a chance you're going to meet each other in the playoffs, and this game doesn't mean anything for either. If the Eagles can't win one of the next 2 games outside of Dallas,
That's a
we
problem.
don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They can't beat the Saints or the Giants, and Dallas, they're not a lock yet, but they're getting in. So,
I don't think we're going to see Dallas again. I think Dallas.
Dallas will lose in the first round.
Yeah,
like
they're
they
going to
normally
lose,
do.
right? What are they going to get? They'll probably get Tampa. They
Well,
beat
I mean,
Tampa. It doesn't matter.
They are.
Right, they already lost to Tampa.
Was that with Cooper Rush?
No, it was
that
the
when
first
Dak was
game with
back?
Dak where he
That's
threw
right,
like
it was
3.
Season. That's right.
It was like he threw a bunch of picks against Jacksonville.
Maybe that's what happens when you don't show up.
You know when since he's come back, he leads the league in picks.
Who's
Since
that?
yes,
Yeah, I'm aware.
yes, no.
As Shady McCoy said,
He's
yes.
I can't believe he gets away with that too.
Brady's not the player he was, but I mean, he
I'd
gets in
still
the
be
playoffs.
afraid of
Yeah,
him.
hell yeah.
yeah.
All
For
you
sure.
need to get, all you need is to get in. You know what I mean? It's kind of like buying a raffle ticket. You can buy that long strand, or you can buy one and still have a chance.
Chip in a chair. That's
Yep.
what the gamblers say.
Yeah.
Chip in a
That's
chair.
a good analogy, buddy.
Like that?
Yeah, it was nice.
Pulled that out. Of my
I think I
pocket.
prefer the long strand than the short strand, but yeah.
So I,
You
You're
are a
talking
short
30
strand.
seconds earlier.
Yeah.
Strands. I mean, what's going on here?
I was, to me, I was kind of doing like the whole conspiracy theory thing.
But
Like
I don't think
Hurts could play.
Yeah,
they don't really want him to play.
If it was a
doesn't
playoff
need to
game,
play.
he would be playing.
Yeah, if it was a playoff
if this
game,
was
he'd
a
be playing.
game that mattered, they'd be playing. If it
Well,
was
it does matter. You
No,
need to clinch an
but like
index.
I'm saying, if
So
it was
does
tied
matter.
right now, he's playing. Like if Dallas and the Eagles are tied with 3 games ago, he's playing. This game doesn't mean a lot, is what I'm saying.
So do you
I
think
think
he's injured at all?
I think he's injured.
I think. Oh yeah, I definitely think he's injured. I think he can play.
I think he's talking a good game, and having sprained my AC joint, and I could show you it's still out of joint because it never heals properly. Now I had a severe sprain. That's not a mild injury.
No, but did you see what he did after he got hurt?
Yeah, I saw it, but he was also playing on adrenaline in the middle of the game. It's a little different once it settles down.
And the freezing cold, dude. You probably can't feel your arm.
I think if the game mattered, he plays.
I think if it mattered, he plays.
100%.
Well, listen, I think
Yeah,
this
100% he plays.
idiot offensive coordinator screwed that up. I mean, how many runs are you going to have for your quarterback in the cold?
Yeah, I gotta disagree, and I think Nate's gonna agree with me too. Like you've got this far where it hurts, you can't just all of a sudden blame it. First of all, the hit that he took
But you only
was
gave
a
Sanders 5
quarterback
carries.
designed run.
You got to run Sanders more, man.
Yes. Sanders, what, has 1,200 yards? now
It
this
came
year?
off of a 100-yard.
Right, but
100-yard
we're
rushing
sitting here
game.
like criticizing the offensive coordinator, but we've also got very far what hurts his legs. So now he gets
He can-
hurt.
but he can still run. He just
No, I know, but
he
I'm
can't
saying
run
now he
that
gets
much.
hurt, and now it's like, well, like, yeah, it's gonna get hurt. He's a running quarterback.
I
It's
said,
happening.
well,
Inevitably,
long, they're gonna get him
inevitably,
killed.
this is the whole problem with the principle of a running quarterback. This is what always happens with a
I don't-
running
I
quarterback.
think we're panicking more about this injury. I don't think it's really that
I
bad.
don't think it's.
I think
bad,
it's just
you know?
he's not playing.
It's
I'm
his-
not
it's his
panicking.
throwing shoulder. If he takes another shot to it, it's going to get bad again. You're going to re-sprain it.
I'm not
That's why
panicking
he's-
about the injury, but I'm with you, AB. I don't want him running the ball that much. Like I think I said it to you guys.
Yeah.
He ran the ball
can't be-
17 times, and the rest of the running backs, I think, were 17 or 18.
Yeah, but
So there's,
Yeah,
and
Did
I
you-
don't want to take that away from his game. I'm okay with him running 8 to 10 times when it's called for, but like he didn't need to keep running the ball that game. And Miles, he's a Pro Bowler. We were driving up here. It surprised me. I know he's having a great year, but he's a Pro Bowler this year.
yeah, he's top
and
5.
it's
in
very
rushing.
quietly having a good year, and he should be getting the ball more.
I don't disagree with you that Miles shouldn't get the ball.
I don't know that he should.
Definitely
I don't know
needs
that he
it
should have been
more.
a Pro Bowler, but that's a whole different conversation.
Miles?
Oh, he's got the numbers this year.
Yeah, he's got the
Quietly
numbers.
does.
Christian McCaffrey is 1,600 yards from the line of scrimmage. He didn't make it, so he's probably the guy that should be in there, at least over one of the.
Yeah, over
Pollard.
one, maybe over Barkley, who's been hurt too.
Put him in over Pollard.
Yeah, or Pollard. Yeah, Pollard shouldn't be there. Cockroach, Cowboy.
How about the elder statesman there? You have the
So-
longest history
Oh,
of
Steve Libran saying,
the
"What's up,
Eagles
boys?" He ain't coming in.
Cowboys rivalry.
Yeah.
From a fan perspective, yeah, I think we all agree this means something. What do you think from the coaches and the team's perspective?
Well, the Cowboys game always means something, no doubt. Doesn't matter the records, circumstances, never matters. As far as the players and the coaches this week, I think they want to wrap things up as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
They don't want to putz around the last week of the season, needing that game against the Giants. They want to get this done this weekend if they possibly can. And, they got to go out and they got to play. They got to play like something is on the line, because there is something on the line. You go out and you win this weekend, and, you still have an incentive to play against the Saints because you want to keep them down as far as possible, so you get the best pick possible. And then the Giants, you play everybody half a game and then sit them, just to keep everybody sharp, because you're going to get that bye week anyway, as long as you wrap up number 1 this week. And last week was scripted to run the ball with those running backs that we have. There was no reason to be running Jalen Hurts 17 times. And this is the type of injury that can get worse if he goes out there and gets banged around. So I think it's a smart decision to sit him this week, and probably sit him for the rest of the season. Get him ready for the playoffs. Maybe if he's ready, just to give him a little tune-up, maybe play him a quarter against the Giants if he's ready. I don't know. That's a tough call, because if he's sitting for a month, that's a long time to sit.
That is
That's a
And then come out and play for the
Bring
playoffs.
your camera down. We can't see your face.
What? Sorry. How's that?
No, don't do it. Don't listen to him. You're fine.
Why are you not in a hospital gown, Deke?
Yeah. No, bring
Because
it
No,
they
dude,
asked if I
don't
wanted
listen
one. I
to
said,
that
nah,
jackass. You're
that's
fine.
good. I'm not. Don't
You have
need
a
one.
hospital gown on?
Yeah, can you show us your hospital gown?
Dude, there's normal clothes on.
Yeah. How about that?
I'm not
We
wearing a
missed-
hospital gown.
Yeah,
Yeah, but none
literally what
of
he
you,
said.
none of you were complaining when Hurts went for like 180 yards and had 17 carries against the Packers and won. Nobody said anything, but now it's hurt and we're saying something.
I've said that I don't want him to run that much.
Yeah,
What
but-
you're wasting
I've said it too.
your running backs. Like
Here's the
a big
statistic.
reason why you got this far as his legs.
He
I don't
had
disagree there.
17 rushes for 61 yards. Miles
Mhm.
Sanders 11 rushes for 42 yards.
And then the other two, like Boston had 2 or 3, or
Gainwell, Watkins, and Boston Scott had 0 attempts.
I mean, that
according
doesn't
to this.
surprise me, Boston Scott. So
Yeah, that game last week was a scripted for a running back game. There was no reason for Jalen to be running the ball or passing the ball. I think they passed 37 times last week. With that 30-mile-an-hour wind and that cold, no need for that. You know, protect that quarterback. Give that ball to the running backs. Let them do their thing.
smash mouth football.
3 yards in a cloud of dirt.
yeah,
Hey, for that particular game, yes, because you throwing the ball in 30-mile-an-hour winds with the temperatures what they were, it's not going to be usually it's not going to be a productive day.
worked out pretty good for AJ.
It did, but I think that's the anomaly. I don't think that's how it normally works out. He just happened to play really well and did well with the passing game.
It's going to be a bad weekend in the NFL because this storm is like across the whole country.
Except for Dallas. Right?
Except for like indoor stadiums,
Yeah,
like
right.
Minnesota. But I mean, it's going to be shitty weather
Wreaking havoc
across
on
the
the fantasy
NFL.
football.
It is. You better.
playoffs.
Where's your boy Mahomes playing? He's
Seattle,
playing.
thank God.
Yeah, there you go.
So what are you going for a championship this week?
I had a bye last week. No one cares about my fantasy, but yes. So I'm trying to win my first championship in the little league that we're in. So yes.
Don't call it a little league. It's a big league.
It is a big. It is a big
Well,
deal.
I gotta
I'm
hope
obsessed about it,
Mahomes gets like 4 picks for MVP's sake.
Yeah, that's all right. So now we talked about the injury. I did want to get into the MVP talk. So does this injury knock him down because he's not going to play a game?
It shouldn't.
Well, how does that hurt his MVP chances?
Oh, everyone else, please.
Yeah, but see, my problem with this is all of a sudden Mahomes is going to go ahead of him, but yet he's had like 3 or 4 horrible games this year,
Well,
where he's throwing
you
like
would-
multiple picks.
You would agree that Hurts is leading right now, right?
He was, but I don't think he is after this week.
By how much would you say he is? Because
I don't think he's going to lead after this week. They're going to hold that against him that he's not.
I don't think he is.
But he would have if he played.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think
If
he
he
gets
stayed
MVP.
healthy, you would have got it, but I don't think he is.
No,
I think it's
so
going to
either.
be Mahomes.
Right.
Somebody
And we're
let
gonna give it
DJ
to guys just because
Yeah.
he's got great passing numbers,
Yeah.
but he's also thrown like 12
Yeah.
picks.
That's who you think is second in line?
Yeah,
Mahomes?
it's the
And-
money line. Yeah, it's not even close. It's
Where's Burrow? Because there's been a lot of
Burrow's like
talk
plus
about Burrow
900.
moving out because he's getting hot.
Well,
towards
they,
the end of the
they
Burrow's
season.
not
started
getting
0-3 and they're 10-4 now. So
Yeah.
that is impressive.
It is, but
And they've got a
in
crappy line
Vegas,
this
I don't
year.
even think it's close.
Really?
I think it's like
haven't looked at
plus
it.
9.
Between Hurts and Mahomes.
Yeah, but and it was going to be an uphill climb for Hurts anyway, but now it's an easier
Now, yeah,
reason
now-
to give it to
I don't
Mahomes.
know.
Even if Mahomes gets like 302, that could be
But-
enough.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say, I think the bigger deciding factor in MVP is really how Minshew does on Saturday.
That's true.
You
I
know,
would
if
agree with
Minshew
that.
goes nuts and throws for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, something like that.
And they win big. Then
you get Chris Sims and everybody else go, see, it's the system.
Chris
it's the
Sims.
line. I understand.
Yeah.
And also all those Eagles making the Pro Bowl, I think that actually hurts his case, right? You have the whole
but
line
so
makes the Pro Bowl. So you say, well, the quarterback, if Mahomes had that line, his numbers would be even more.
but Deke said the same thing. What about like in the past? Like, have we ever held like when Brady had Moss and all them and all these weapons? When Mahomes has all these weapons, when Peyton Manning had all the weapons in Denver, was that held against him? No,
I don't
it
think you
wasn't
could-
held
I
against
don't
him.
think you could put him in the same breath as those guys, though.
No, but was it held against him that he had great wide receivers? Is my point.
No, but he already had that built in.
Well,
in
so
their
why are
careers,
we-
right?
why-
Those guys have already been.
Why are we like downplaying the fact that because he has talent around him? Because at the end of the day, you still have to be able to complete those passes with accuracy.
I'm not downplaying.
No, I
I'm
know
just
what you're
telling you
saying.
what I think.
I'm just saying, like, the fact that, like, it seems like there's a different standard.
There is.
And Deke talked about that. It's like Mahomes, when he had Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, all them, that was okay. But now it's like Hurts has the best line. He's got Miles Sanders. He's got the top 5 tight end. Like, why does that narrative change now?
I think it's because he hasn't done it yet. Right. So it's like all-star voting.
So isn't
and Pro
that more
Bowl.
impressive?
Pro Bowl. It is, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it's like all-star voting and Pro Bowl. People look at last year. So if he has a good season next year, they'll go, oh yeah, there's that Hurts guy again. I'm going to vote for him this year. Because he's a darling of the league right now, but all the people that look to last year are still voting for Mahomes. They're still voting for Rodgers.
Yeah, but Mahomes has had some games where
I
he's
was
really
just going
shit
to
the
say,
bed.
how many games has Hurts cost us
This year?
0.
this year?
0.
None.
How many games has Mahomes cost his team? Couple.
All his losses.
Yeah. So I don't think.
What's the Chiefs' record?
They what, 3 losses?
11.
they
I
have?
was going to say they're 11-3.
Right, and
It's not-
those games they lost, he threw 2 or 3 picks each game.
I hear you.
Yeah, I don't know if he doesn't play this weekend, and it's a good point. If Minshew goes for 350, 3 touchdowns,
Yep.
yeah, then people start to look at it and go, that
I
system
think-
helps him.
I think you got to look historically too. If he doesn't play the rest of the season, I
Yeah.
don't think you see many MVPs. That
No,
don't
it's the
play a
same
full
thing like
season.
Carson Wentz
I
with
was-
Jacob
yeah,
Ayers.
Exactly correct.
But if he misses one game and then comes back and they're the number 1 team, he should still get MVP.
So here's the
Probably.
twist to that.
No,
If
he
they
should.
come back,
He won't.
he comes back and plays against the Saints to lock up that number 1 seed,
And he has a big
good
game, like 4 touchdowns. Why not?
but then he sits the Giants game.
Well, I'm sure Mahomes is going to sit a game too.
I think so too. They get to the end of the season, they should have their number 1
Right.
seed locked up.
Right.
I think it sucks that that's going to be taken into consideration because
Right.
I personally, without Hurts, you're not 13-1.
Not even close. 9-5.
I mean, you can have the system.
Hurts has single-handedly won 2 games for them.
He has. Well, listen, that brings up the point though that we were talking about earlier. I don't think you're 13-1.
No, I think
but
you're
you have a
8
winning record.
8 and
but
5,
you
8 and
are a
6,
good-
9
you're still
and
a good
5.
team without him. Absolutely.
Yeah, 9 and 5 maybe.
Yeah.
But 13-1, number 1 seed in the NFL. What, you think you're better with Minshew still, DJ? Oh, I was gonna say. What do you think they are? 8 and 6?
Talking to the guy that's not in front of a microphone and has got pizza in his mouth.
That's all right.
Come on, read the room.
All right. I like to hear his opinion.
Well, it's kind of hard to do, but
Yes, I do. want to hear
I
it.
just think that
I think they're
they
just-
drafted a quarterback. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Let him eat his pizza.
Yeah, all right. So I just think you drafted a quarterback. You went out there, you got the parts to surround him with, the pieces, and you have a scheme. I don't think that you can run this same scheme with Gardner Minshew. So
correct.
I don't think that this is, I think
You don't think?
I
he's a
think the
system
scheme was
quarterback?
surrounded around Jalen Hurts for a reason, but you need someone to execute the way that he's been executing
Right.
these plays, the RPO, the runs, giving them different looks. Is he passing? Is he running? Is he handing the ball off? Where's it going when he passes it? So I think he's made tremendous strides. I don't think that this is a system that any quarterback can walk into and play. That's my take.
They built the system for him.
There's a lot of reasons
Right.
Around
why
him.
their
Right.
offense leads the league, and a lot of the reasons it's him. Like big plays, yards. I know we've all talked about his arm. His arm is not a problem anymore. He's proven that.
And I don't want to try to make this comparison, but a quarterback this season that's shown a little more promise than what we thought.
What, Justin Fields?
Daniel
Smith.
Jones. Daniel Jones. You give him an offensive line and a couple receivers. He's not Hurts, but no, dude, he's had a better
That's
season
a
this
horrible
year.
take. He's going to trip over his own feet.
Look, you guys say all you want because he's a giant. No, he's had a better season than he
he's
has.
not even that bad.
That's what I'm
been-
saying. He's
So
got
what's-
no
all
weapons.
right,
He's got
is
nobody to throw to.
You
He's got
give
no
him-
tight end,
you
no
give him the
receivers.
What do you have?
weapons that- Schmitty, you give him the weapons that we have, and I think the
He's not
Giants are in a
Hurts.
better position.
He's not Hurts, but they're a better team.
Yeah. They're better, but I don't
But
think
I'm trying to make the
13-1.
argument that everybody's saying he has weapons around him.
He has
You
12
can't
passing
you can't
touchdowns.
use that against a quarterback. You can't say, oh, they got him AJ Brown and Devontae Smith's
Right.
having a better season, so he's not as good of a quarterback.
Jen.
No, he's
That's
there.
Jen,
Right.
did you see your son?
What's that?
12 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, but he's
Less
saying
than
because they have no
3,000
wide
yards.
receivers.
Yeah, who's he throwing it to? How many rushing touchdowns does he have? 8, 9, 10.
I think it's 6. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I wasn't comparing, and I said before I started, it's a bad comparison, but the NFL people are talking about he's a system quarterback. He's got all these players around him. Don't take that away from the guy. He's not Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer was a system quarterback that had a great defense that got him a Super Bowl.
Well, I think
Carson Wentz once threw 4,000 yards with no receivers over 500.
Who?
Wentz.
There was no receipt. Alshon and Torres.
No, I mean the one season, 2019.
Oh.
How many games did they win?
Well, listen, I think all of the quarterbacks on the modern NFL are, to an extent, system quarterbacks. If you look at Mahomes, I mean, Andy Reid has tailored that quarterback or that system around what he does well, right? You know, Tom Brady, the reason it worked in Tampa the first time, right, was because Arians, I'm not taking it away from Brady, but he knows what Brady does well. He tailored a system around him. So I'm sticking up for your boy a little bit here, Hurts. I think he's very capable of playing different systems. I don't think he's a systems quarterback. I don't think he's the superstar that you hold him into. But I think he is the MVP this year. So I'm hedging my bet a little bit there.
Do you think? So you think he's elite?
I think he's elite right now. We'll see how the league reacts to him. I mean, sooner or later, you know, the league reacts. It's a counter move.
You just said he's going to win MVP. How's he not elite?
I think Lamar Jackson won the MVP a couple years ago, and I don't think he's elite this year.
All right, we were talking about this last week. We were talking about this last week, and we couldn't come up with it. So I'll ask you two. Have you ever seen a quarterback make this crazy of a jump from year 1 to year 2 in a system? Give me somebody.
No, of course not. I mean,
No.
Brady.
That's why, to me, like, everybody knew that the Chiefs were going to be good. They know. So really, okay, Mahomes, most valuable player, fine. But you take Hurts off this team, you're nowhere near 13-1.
Given what the Eagles did in the offseason, you didn't think they'd be good?
I didn't think they'd be 13-1.
Right, but you got A.J. Brown.
You were the one telling me that all that D Gun news that Hurts couldn't complete accuracy. I didn't think they were 13-1.
I think this defense is surprising.
Yeah, I think
we all.
I mean,
thought
I said
Gannon was
Hassan
a
Reddick was a great signing.
We like the signings, but
yeah, like
Gannon got trashed.
Did you really
constantly.
think Bradbury
you got
was
guys that are going to get 10 sacks? That's
Wait,
remarkable.
hold on, name them for us.
What do you mean
Name the 4 that are going to get 10.
Who do you want first? Sweat? Is that who you want first?
Josh Sweat. Yay! Nate.
Yeah, what's up?
No, nothing. Sweat, Reddick, Graham, Hargraves, right?
Correct.
I mean, that's pretty ridiculous.
Mhm.
I don't think we all expected Bradbury to be this good. I'll tell you,
I didn't
CJ
expect Sweat
Gardner
to be this good.
Johnson.
You didn't think Bradbury would be this good?
I didn't think he would be shut down because he wasn't that great with the Giants.
I didn't think Sweat would be that good.
CJ Gardner Johnson. Did you really think CJ Gardner Johnson?
Did you really think Sweat was going to be that good?
We did say it before the end of the. We said he gets 10 sacks.
Smitty loves Sweat. I will give Smitty that.
Oh my God, I have no idea where he's got 7 sacks in like 4 games. It's ridiculous.
He does.
You know what I mean? In the first 10 games, he had 3 sacks.
And the 1 year Reddick had 12 sacks and he had 7 in 1 game.
He's a 7 in 1 game.
Yes, he did.
When with the Panthers?
With the Cardinals, yeah. Yes, he did.
That was like 3 years ago.
But I'm saying that happens. That happens.
Yeah, but Hargraves, I mean not Hargraves. Reddick is special. Reddick is special.
Yeah, but Sweat gets pressure on the quarterback.
Every play.
Yes, thank you, Brody.
I've been a Sweat fan for a while.
This is why he's my VP.
What you say, Brody?
You've been a Sweat fan.
You can ask my dad every time
I
he
do
makes
believe
a play.
you. Yeah, he gets pressure on the quarterback. Does he finish it all the time? No, but he gets to that quarterback.
I've never seen anybody this hot with sacks. Like
Hassan Reddick?
No, but see, Reddick is consistent throughout the year. Like Sweat literally has 6 or 7 sacks in 4 games. Like literally.
I think you kind of lit a fire under his ass.
Yeah, I know. He heard me.
Santa Boot first.
We sent him a sticker. So
Yeah.
he's
he got one.
He's getting a sticker.
He heard you.
Let me ask you something, though. I have to ask this because I'll be in South Carolina. Is this the game of the week?
Yes.
Oh,
it was labeled as a game of the week with Hurts, but I think it still gets the it's Eagles versus Cowboys.
It's the Christmas Day game. Like, yeah, I mean,
would you guys really be surprised that they beat Dallas? I mean, they beat them.
No.
I wouldn't.
They beat them on
no.
Christmas Eve a couple years ago. Mark Sanchez.
And by me saying that, I think it didn't matter. I'm not saying this team is going to lay down. I think Minshew's
I'll
out
be
there
honest,
for blood and wants to get that
is-
win. Because if he has a great game, he's looking for a contract.
But I will say this: I'll be in the minority and say if the Eagles lose fine with that because it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year if they have to get the Cowboys again.
You might be fine with it, and I actually think there's a good chance they will lose.
Right.
I hate to say.
I mean, so as long as they get the number 1 seed, I
You're
don't
also
care.
wrong on that. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Numbers show that it's easy.
Really?
Yeah. So learn the stats.
Yo, do your own research, Smitty. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Whoa. Taking shots,
All right, man.
Hey. Friendly fire.
I really didn't think that was the case.
I think that's a cliche. I don't know if it's true or not.
I think it would be tough. What do you?
Actually true.
I think Minshew has a big game.
He has to. Like you said, he's playing for money.
Yeah, I think he has a big game. I just have a good feeling.
I mean,
about it.
here's the thing,
and I never.
He does have weapons that are going to make
got
it
the same
easy.
weapons that Hurts has.
And he's got Goddard coming back.
Yeah, he does.
System quarterback.
I mean, it's a good team. Like let's not forget it.
I mean,
this
Minshew
roster
can
is loaded.
sling it. I will say that he can sling it. And he got Smith and Brown.
He is mobile. He's not a statue back there.
Right.
He's also made for this, right? Like, what's his story? JUCO college player, then ECU, then Washington State. I mean, he's been the.
Then you'll have the.
Everybody counts this dude out. And then all of a sudden,
and then we'll have all the idiots
he
on
don't
WIP
care.
stealing the jobs from Hurts.
He's got no
Day
worries
after
about how he
Christmas.
looks. He's just out there. I'm hoping he shows up in our Santa T-shirt.
Did you send him one?
Yes,
Down
he
at
dropped
training
it in
camp,
his
I
helmet.
dropped one on his helmet. I said, "Hey, Gardner, there's a T-shirt for you."
That'd be
Thank
phenomenal.
You. Be great to see him in the post game with the Santa T-shirt on.
Let's get the old man to speak. He's been quiet.
I wonder if they see those stickers and actually tune in.
I look whenever there's interviews. I'll freeze and look in the locker to see if I can find one. The whole offensive line got him last week, so
Yeah, I'm sure
we'll see
if they
something
really
shows
got
up. Yeah, if they ever get them,
they're probably sending in the
they
mail.
they go to NovaCare whether they get delivered to the players or not.
Deke, we can see your catheter. Be careful.
Oh my God.
Oh, Dad.
Wait for the delay on the reaction.
Nope.
So, Deke, here's a question for you.
What's
Earlier last week, my parents have Christmas Eve open house every year, right? Friends,
Yep.
family come in. My parents go to mass on Christmas Eve to get it out of the way. My dad got a call from my aunt. She said, "Hey, look, every year Christmas Eve, I want the kids to come. We all go to mass together. This year they told me we're not going to mass. We want to watch the Eagles-Cowboys game." She asked my dad, "Can we come over early to watch the Eagles-Cowboys game?" So my dad's still going to mass. I said, "I'll open the house up and be there for the Cowboys game." What are you doing, Deke? Do you guys go Christmas Eve or do you go Christmas Day?
We normally do Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
4:00, I think it is, or 4:30, whatever it is.
Right.
It looks like midnight mass this year.
They do midnight mass.
Oh,
Look at
Yeah,
you.
they still have it in Ansel's.
Man, I didn't know
I'm
that
doing the
existed anymore.
virtual mass on Zoom.
Yeah,
So, Deke,
yeah, that's probably what we'll be doing.
Virtual?
Get YouTube TV.
Nah, midnight.
I would assume you got to take it easy, dietary restrictions and whatnot. But I mean, I don't know if you're going to put a few back during the game. I mean, you're going to go into Christmas Eve mass, like
You lit up.
Well, that was
Zoom.
that was the best part of midnight mass. I think everybody in midnight mass was half shot.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm an absolutely
Is that what
terrible
you do?
Catholic, and that's one of those rules I would not go to church.
Yeah, that's one
Under the
thing.
influence,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't do that, and I'm a horrible person. But I'm not going. I'm not going to
We know
church.
you're a
Weddings
horrible
and funerals
person.
aside.
Well, hold on. Would you watch the Eagles game if you had like a way to do it, like YouTube TV?
Well, see, I
What,
don't go to
in church?
I
But I'm
go-
saying, like, maybe
Like I'm just wondering for
YouTube TV.
I guarantee you, there's men that watch the game.
Oh yeah.
Or
In
listen to
church?
it with an earpiece on.
No,
in church. Yeah, sure.
I think if you're going,
I
with
can
the
see that
homosexual
happening.
thing,
No, if you're going to church, I don't think you should be watching it.
and I don't think you are.
Nate,
I
what's
don't-
your take
I don't
on
see-
this?
I don't see Jim's dad.
What's that?
Jim's
I
dad
want to get.
doesn't sound like he's going to watch the Eagles.
Would
He's
you-
going to put it away for an hour and say, "I'll find out when I get out."
Would you
Yes.
watch the
Yeah.
Eagles? Would you watch this game
Nate's
in
not going
church,
to
if you were
church,
at
so it
mass
doesn't
on
matter.
Sunday and you had to be there, or Saturday, Christmas Eve?
I would absolutely. I would sit in the back though.
Yeah,
See-
same here.
Now,
Yep.
now there's something like
The
our,
best
our
is you
church.
stand and
Our
hold the
church
ball
does
down.
the mass in the actual church, and then does the mass in the gym, the children's mass.
Where's Nick Jim?
So you can go. There's no children's mass this year.
Oh, gotta go watch the kids. I'm
See,
heading
'cause
back
that,
there.
that you can easily sit up in the bleachers and just put it between your legs.
Wait, they
and
don't
just
let the
go-
kids go into church. They put them in the gym.
They have a special mass for the kids. Yeah, they have mass in the gym where it's a little.
It's
you can
called-
fit more people, and they do like a nativity thing or whatever with the
That's
kids.
called grooming, Jim.
They're not
Oh my
doing it this
God.
year.
The
Dude,
parents
come
are
on,
with them.
dude. We're
The
going to-
parents are with them.
Deke's really going to get upset at that one.
All right. We got more
So
Eagles talk.
your dad says he'll only miss the first quarter.
Yeah, you will miss it.
No, you'll miss more than the first.
What's the
If
game?
Mass is
I
at
think their
4
mass is
o'clock.
at 4.
I
which
think
is
I'd
at
have like
4:25.
I think I'd have
4:25,
massive diarrhea at church and sit on the toilet and watch the game.
Oh,
I come out for communion. And
I'd be
then
like, "Why's that guy screaming in the bathroom?" Touchdown!
Smitty's showing up to Mass in Eagles gear too. Aren't you?
I'm not going to Mass.
I know, but
It's going to
you
be
would.
virtual.
Yeah.
I will. I'll go with Mass in a jersey.
Touchdown, Jesus.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
you guys are messed up.
All right, Nate, do we have our clips ready to run? Take a quick commercial break?
Yeah.
All
We
right.
can run it.
All right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We have some holiday greetings and salutations from some friends of the show that we're going to run. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Maybe we'll shuffle around here. DJ showed up. We got another guest in here that maybe wants to talk some Flyers. Him and Bob can go at it with the Flyers talk. And our guy Pat Sweeney's on here. I'm sure he's getting excited about Flyers. He's a big Flyers guy. No, not virtual, but he's chiming in, so I'm sure he's got some things to say. So hang out with us for a quick break. You are listening to the Santa Boot First, the Santa Christmas Eve shit show spectacular.
I think it's only Eve, isn't it?
What is it? Shitter's
Eve,
full.
Eve.
From the movie Shitter's Full.
Clark, Shitter's
Shitter's
full.
full.
Clark Shitter's Full.
I expected Steve Libren to be here to make it more of a shit show, but he's not.
talking through his Twitter fingers through the thing.
Keep it up. They'll hop in the car and be over here. in
He's
5
only
minutes.
10 minutes away.
Shots fired.
He said Hurts. What did he say? I read his thing.
I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Well, thank God Johnstown's 5 hours away.
All right, Nate, roll it.
All right.
Oh, Santa Boot First. Thanks for having me on earlier in the season. What do we talk about? The Eagles will go as far as Jalen Hurts will take them. And to this point, taking them pretty far. Here's hoping he gets healthy. They march to that big game in Arizona. And oh yeah, hopefully they beat the Cowboys on Christmas Eve. What a Christmas gift that would be. Fingers crossed. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
What's going on, Santa Boot First fans? This is Bob Hartnett. I'm coming at you to wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas. This year, I'm thankful for the Philadelphia Phillies and the World Series run, the signing of Trey Turner, and hopefully a New Year's surprise, the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions.
Hey, Santa Boot First boys. Love the show. Wish I could be there for this crazy Christmas shit show. I thought I'd send in a quick video. Yeah, just Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Pete, get better. To the rest of you guys, carry on, and love you from there.
What's up? This is Marcus Grant from NFL Network, and I just want to say that this year, one of the gifts that I am certainly thankful for is the combination of Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. They've been amazing for all of us fantasy nerds all season long, but just wanted to take the time to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and you know what? I feel where you're coming from because, Santa had it coming.
What's going on, everybody? This is Moss Money from the Money Pop Podcast. Getting a special shout out to my guys from the Santa Boot First Podcast, asking me, what am I thankful for? Well, I'm always thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my friends, all that good stuff that we always talk about. But really, this year, I really feel that I'm really blessed to be able to do some of the things that I'm doing, having the opportunities that I've been able to be given. A little bit of luck, a little bit of belief in myself, and I'm thankful for the PG-13. Forgot about that. I'm thankful for them birds, right? 13-1. Let's go. It's Dallas week, and Deke, you see it. Hell. Merry Christmas, everybody.
What's up, folks? It's Jim from the Santa Boot First Podcast. It's been a great year. We had Sixers playoffs, Phillies World Series run, and possibly another Super Bowl run. One thing to say about Hurts and these Eagles, believe it's going to happen. Merry Christmas.
Nice. We are back. Great production.
Yeah, great
production.
Look, I got a little snippet of the Santa Claus, the Eagles and the Eagles,
the
linemen's whatever part.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
See, lower your camera. We can't see your face. Oh my god, dude. DJ, tell him to bring his camera down. You can't hear me.
You know, the funny thing is about that, I really tried not to put the two black guys back to back. It ended up happening. I don't know how, but it ended up happening. I wanted to split it up, but I don't know how that ended up happening anyway.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
We are back. We got.
Can Deke hear us?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Deke's on there. Yeah,
Deke's on there.
All right.
He's got nothing to add to this tomfoolery right
Yeah,
now.
he's out of it a little bit.
Is he a roommate right now? Because I'm sure the roommate's like, what the hell's going on here?
Do you have a roommate?
Pretty much.
Oh, do you have a roommate?
There's a roommate.
Yeah.
Is he an Eagles fan or her?
Yeah.
No, it's gotta be he.
Oh, it's a her?
No, it's gotta be he.
Did she have a transition? Is that what's going on?
Oh my god. Dude,
He doesn't have headphones on.
I'm about to say we are on speakerphone.
You guys are gonna get us kicked out, bro. No,
It's a
we're gonna
hospital procedure.
we're gonna get kicked off the air.
I'm not judging
I
anything.
told you we're inclusive. Oh, AB did state his pronouns. What are your pronouns?
Flans.
All right.
Sports.
Speaking of getting
Sports.
kicked off the air, the Flyers. It's winter sport.
Allegedly.
What?
Allegedly.
They're playing.
They have a good
I
mascot.
think.
Do
So
they
I,
know?
I did.
I like Gritty.
I did hear that
Some
there's
guy.
a lot of players that just aren't playing this year, right?
Well, Atkins is out. Yeah, the guy left and went back to
He's-
Slovenia or
he
some,
went back
something.
to his own country to play in some shit league.
Well, because he didn't want to put up with Tortorella.
Right.
I mean, that's what
Is
it
that is that where we're at? I'm asking my hockey expert. I don't know where Frankie is.
Oh, here we
He's gonna
go.
bring him in, but
That's all right.
perfect
We're
turn.
good. Lock the door.
You know, no one likes leaving, and I think the next player to get over is Kevin Hayes.
Well, yeah, he
the
got
biggest
benched, right?
one, but yeah, I mean, you have people leaving going back to the country. He said it has nothing to do with the Flyers, but he wasn't having fun. So it had everything to do with the Flyers, probably something to do with the coaching staff. It's tough to watch. It's rough. I think the only good player on that team right now is Gardner Hurts. And it's a shame because you're wasting away his years.
What about
of
Konechny,
being
Provorov?
elite.
I mean, I haven't watched them, but what are they doing? Anything
Yeah,
great?
I mean, there's still good players on there, but I mean, when you're talking about elite like players, Provorov can play, but he just hasn't been the same. I think that this team is just not a good team, and it shows. And
Well,
I feel bad for Carter Hart. I really do. I think he's the best player on the team right now, and you know, you're wasting away his years of being elite and grooming them and.
But isn't this an active banking situation?
Yeah, 100% for
Right.
Bedard.
For Bedard,
Yeah.
he's a Russian player too.
No, you're good.
we can hear Nate's nurse in the or Nate
I was gonna
Deke's,
say Deke's
Deke's
nurse
nurse
in
in
the
the back.
Deke, if they're asking you for dessert, make sure you get some ice cream tonight for yourself.
Ask for the blue bedpan. It's a little easier on you.
Tell him you're chafing and you need a little lotion.
Tell him you need.
Sorry, let's not break Deke's balls. He's having a time of it. We have another guest.
I
in here
just
with us,
heard
and
him.
before
I heard him ask the nurse if he can get Pornhub on. Oh my god.
we have another guest in here. I want to introduce, but first I do want to say I appreciate what you just did. So the new guest, Frankie James, you were wearing a Judge sweatshirt.
I was wearing a Judge sweatshirt. Yeah.
I am a North Catholic guy.
Sorry.
The
sorry for your
fact that you
loss.
took that off, I appreciate that.
Well,
I couldn't stare at that. It's like
Yeah.
it's like is it Goodfellas? I can't stare at his face. Get his face out of here. Roll.
That's Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale. That's
yeah,
it. That's
good
it.
movie.
But before we get you out, whenever we have a guest in here, we have questions.
Let's do it.
Lightning round. I got to see if I can remember. them all.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
All right.
Wings, flats or drums.
Flats.
There we go. It's a good answer. It's a good answer. Starting off all right. I actually keep track of this stuff. I'm gonna
It's a
trend
big
it.
deal.
What's the next one? Greatest Eagle of all time.
O'Brien Dawkins.
Dawkins. All right. I should have wrote these down. You guys gotta help me. What else? Scrapple, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. 3 for 3.
He's from the
3
area.
for 3.
He's from Philly.
Northeast Philly too.
Better center. Chuck Bednarik or Jason Kelsey?
What do we got to do?
I'm gonna take a
I
listen
gotta go
to you.
Jason Kelsey. Yeah, it's close, but I gotta go Jason Kelsey.
That's a shot at Deke. He's too busy talking to his nurse, so he's not going to pick up on that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Deke off. I'm getting a shot of like his arm with the blood coming out.
Where is Deke at?
Deke's live from Torresdale Hospital.
He's probably rooming with my dad right now. My dad's in there actually.
Hey, nurse, can you get the Spice Channel on?
Yeah. Spice 1 or Spice 2?
MJ or LeBron?
Michael Jordan.
MJ. 5 for 5. Am I missing one?
What about
are the other questions?
I'm surprised you didn't ask me a Flyers
Flats or
question.
wings, is that?
Yeah, flats.
He said
All right, what
flats.
about eating the cheese curls with a fork?
No, that's not one of our questions.
Oh
That's
my
just
God.
Steve Libram being strange.
Who would ever say something like that?
Better captain, Dave Pullen or Claude Giroux?
Better what?
Better captain.
Dave Pullen. By far. Not even close.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into that because I'll say this. I'll say this with Claude Giroux. Like, I didn't think he was the greatest captain. I think a lot of people more or less give him crap because they didn't. Philadelphia loves a goal scorer, and they looked at Claude Giroux like he was going to be a big, huge time goal scorer. He was never a goal scorer. He was a playmaker, and he's never had a goal scorer to work with. They would have him and Jake Voracek on a line together, two playmakers, passing the puck, waiting for someone to shoot. Well, who's going to shoot the puck? Claude Giroux had the big 101-point season that year. I think he's put up about 25, 30 goals. That's the most he's ever had.
Well, the fans like us. You know, when you're a captain, you got to have a set of balls on you.
100%. That's why.
Come on, he beat up Crosby that one time.
I don't want to hear that. Dave Pullen had a lot of guts,
Yeah,
man. He put it out line. He wasn't a goal scorer. He was a different type of leader.
Yes,
but he knew how to lead.
100.
I don't think Claude Giroux was a.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't, and that's why I was a huge fan. And underrated captain was Mike Richards.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge Mike Richards fan. Quiet in the locker room. Didn't well, maybe not too quiet, but
outside of the locker room.
outside the locker room, yeah. But you know what? I just went back and watched some highlights of that Montreal series where he laid that check and got back into play, and when he had the goal in Halak, the penalty kill goal, just incredible. Just that's a leader. Guys like even Keith Primo, even Jason Smith. I'll give it to Jason Smith a little bit too.
I like Jason.
Jason Smith was an underrated captain. Yeah. Claude Giroux was here for a long time. He was the first player that I got to have conversation with and write about. I wrote about his 800th game, and it got about like 20,000 on Bleacher Report when I first got into the media. And this was pre-COVID. Went and got in the locker room, and fresh face, new journalist, and he acknowledged it. I went outside and I cried.
Nice.
Yeah, he was an incredible player. I think he was an incredible player. Could have been a better captain, but I was 100% supportive of the decision to move on from him. That they needed a new face. I mean, we got the conversation all fair about the accountability of this team, and there's been zero accountability on this team for probably 10 years.
Wow.
But could you argue that goes for the whole organization, though?
The leadership, 100%. The leadership on the ice, 100, and then the management.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't you set the tone though? You have a guy like Richards as your captain, right? He's running a Spitfire with his assistant captain Carter. I mean, it's like a clown show.
They were on Spice 1 and Spice 2, probably.
They might have been, but in all seriousness, though, you have a dearth of leadership with the team and in management, which is what Bob is bringing up. Jokes aside, I mean. Who's the face of the Flyers right now?
Any old Flyer.
Probably Carter Hart, sadly. Because I think
it's gritty.
I have a problem with him, too.
Well, who's the face of the organization?
I think it's Tortorella. And that shouldn't be the case.
No,
right?
it shouldn't.
You got a coach here for 3 months, and he's the face of the organization?
Gritty.
And he's forcing it. I mean, realistically, it probably is gritty. And I always said this about the Flyers, too. And, off season, you're trying to kind of look for things to write about. They let go of players way too early. Look at Justin Williams. Look at Patrick Sharp. You let go 2 Hall of Famers. Yeah, we can even throw Bobrovsky in the mix. They had a great goaltender who's still playing. Let him. It's either they're bringing him up too early or they're letting him go too early. I think Carter Hart came up 2 years too early.
Well, when you went through that growth spurt, you went into a rebuild, and Hextall drafted all those picks, right?
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that there's not really going to be anything to come out of it, that's going to set this organization back that much farther. I
think that's what this year was all about, was finding out what the youth is. And this is what I've been able to learn from watching this year, because I knew that. Listen, I was just a guest on a show last night talking about the Flyers, and then talk a little about Flyers-Pens rivalry. We're in the bottom 3 right now for draft pick.
Good.
And I'll get into that too. Seeing how Noah Cates has played. Morgan Frost is having his best year. Like that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to. I mean, Cam York, I think definitely needed to be up here, but accountability once again, you didn't.
He didn't want to play. Right,
Yeah.
he's another guy that's done for the year.
That's a
right?
guy that I've been watching before they were drafted. Him and Tyson Forrester. I got to have rookie camp last year. I sat in. I did an interview with Coach Ian LePerriere, who doesn't love Lappy, and I asked him about Tyson Forrester. That kid, I can't wait for him to come up. I'm super pumped for him to come up. I think he's just about there. I think he'll be up here next year. But I was nervous about him playing in the juniors because he has injury issues. Totally backfired. Incredible juniors that he had playing for Team Canada, and they end up winning. The youth is what this year's is all about.
But is Tortorella the right coach for a young team?
100% because of the accountability. Because then there was no
He gets that into them. He drives that
you
into them.
have to. Yeah, the veterans are on their way out. I mean, we talked about it off air. Like JVR, last year the contract, he's going to get moved. The question with the JVR situation is, what are you looking for? Are you looking for the money to be going, or are you actually looking for a huge return?
You're not going to get a huge return for him, are you?
I don't think so. I think maybe a player, and we're going to have to retain some of that contract because we spent stupid money for a stupid reason. I played against JVR. JVR's an incredible player, great guy, local kid from Jersey, but you're paying a guy 7 years, $42 million to do what Wayne Simmons could have did for a pack of Newports and a fucking one of those Mamma Mia pizzas, by the way.
I don't know. Those are good pizzas.
They are damn good pizzas. Yeah, I smelled one. I was.
Did you get some?
I was going to have one, but one of the kids said, "Yo, dude, get out of here, man." Hey, he opened his wallet. I was kind of curious what that was all about. No, but I definitely will try one.
Well, I mean, just to get back to your question, let's look at the coaches who are available.
Is he serious?
Nate, I'm with you.
Nate, place a bet.
I'm sorry.
Place a bet.
You're losing people left and right here. Kids are walking out. They're on their TikTok.
It's Dallas week, and we're talking about the worst team in the hockey.
Smitty can't get out anywhere. He's stuck.
Yeah, right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you.
Always good to show some love for the other teams.
Yeah. No, I just, when you look at the only other coach that everyone wanted was Barry Trotz, and the only way you hire Barry Trotz is if your team's that's the only piece you're missing. Yeah.
I think Barry Trotz would have. I don't think. I actually, and I've said this quite a few times. I was a huge fan of Dan Bylsma, who was the Pittsburgh Penguins head coach when he won the Cup there. He's now the Seattle Kraken's assistant coach for the minor league team. He really fell off the face of the earth.
He's a product of the system. I mean, you're talking about someone who's a product. I mean, he played with the best players in the league.
Yeah, and that's where you have to think about where's the team at. That's why I do think John Tortorella is the best man for this job because, one, he's playing the kids after just seeing what AV did. And I love AV. He was great with the media. He was great with us. But he didn't play the youth. And we need to know what we have. I mean, we saw these draft picks come in, and we don't know shit about them. Hopefully, I can say that word. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can.
We've said worse.
And
we'll say worse.
Yeah, I know. With all due respect, I am a fan of the show.
The kids left.
Yeah, he's got to go throw up.
I gotta go take a gritty.
I'm getting that on a shirt. But yeah, I mean, I think he's the man for the job. I think by year 3 of his 4 years, this team will be competitive in the aspect of we'll have more of these young kids up. And next year, now we talked about the Johnny G move. I would have loved to see him here. I got to shoot, actually my shirt. I got to shoot the photography for Checking for Charity that was held in Voorhees. And he was there. He was there and he played. And he wanted to be here. We know that he wanted to be here. He said no to multiple deals. I'm pretty sure it's the hospital, by the way.
Is that deep, people?
Someone get him some.
Might be Nate.
Yeah. So
behind the glass, we got Smitty now. You.
Yeah, love it. So I think Torts is definitely the man for the job because next year's free agent pool is pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't have any names off the top of my head. I'll post them on your comment section. But we have some good players built in real nice that will do well and play better with some of these young kids. The Ryan Ellis move turned out to be a disaster. I was so excited about that move because Ivan Provorov was going to have somebody to mold with for 5 years and to play well with. The Risto move, he gave up a 13-round draft pick. Who knows what that could have been? And a lot of money. Tony DeAngelo. Essentially, with the Ryan Ellis injury, you now had to pay Tony DeAngelo. And I played with Tony. Tony's awesome. He's a great guy, great player. Great guy, great player. Show some respect, all right? They got a media guy in here.
Well, breathe a little bit on the Flyers filibuster. But breathe a little bit. So
I'm excited for the future. This year, let's just see what we got in the youth.
I was waiting for the guys to get out here so we could talk about Sixers.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
Smitty's listening.
PJ.
They have 3 years left with Embiid at the top of his game. They gotta win.
We got a Christmas Day game.
It's
Getting
nice.
back to Christmas.
It's nice at the Garden. It's nice, and you see how important the Garden is. Siakam drops 50. Last night at the Garden? It's still special, right? And it's a good opportunity to showcase the team. I don't know. They've got a 5-game winning streak, but the East is tough, right?
Yeah.
I mean, real tough. Brooklyn is playing exceptional basketball since Kyrie's been back from suspension.
I was hoping that Maxey would be back for this Christmas game. What are we looking at with him? He's got a few more weeks. It sounds like.
Mid-January.
Like it didn't sound like that big of an injury, but all of a sudden it is.
If I may, look around all the Philadelphia sports teams. How tired are we talking about the injuries in this town? Like, what is with the Philadelphia medical staff that it's just, I mean, you can go back to the Carson Wentz situation, he had a broken back. You can go back to with Ryan Ellis, like undisclosed injury, and now he's been out for 2 years. With the Sixers, like,
what is the foot thing?
What is going on?
Simmons, I think Simmons is more.
Simmons
was more
psychological. Simmons didn't want to.
Let me ask you guys this: what does this say? Let me ask you two things. What does this say about the process, and where is the process right now? Because if nothing comes of the process, it was all for nothing, right?
100%.
I think we've said the process is over.
The process has been over.
Yeah, it's over. But
I don't know.
What's it say about what you went through?
Epic failure.
I mean, I think it tells you that you went through to get a generational Hall of Fame player.
I was going to say you got a center averaging almost 30,
right,
leading the league in scoring.
We got to watch Embiid.
I mean, it's over from the perspective of no more tanking, no more bringing those mid-level guys. They got the team that they wanted. They're where lose a couple guys like Simmons. Simmons didn't work out the way they wanted it to, but process has been done for 3 years now.
That's 2 first-round number 1 picks that didn't pan out with Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons. Like, I thought about that too. The process is an epic failure if we don't win a championship. We have to win a championship. Agreed. And they don't have much time. I said Embiid has 3 years left probably at his top. 3 years.
I'll be interested to see what happens this year. I think if they go out early, I think you might be looking at wholesale changes in the front office. Daryl Morey has put his footprint on this team or his fingerprints all over this team. And you look at how they're constructed. It's not a well-constructed team.
I'll go footprints. The footprint is bigger than the handprint. I'll go footprints. Oh yeah, might even smack this head.
Smitty's not listening. Smitty's he's a Daryl Morey truther. He loves PJ Tucker.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm listening, but I think right now this team's playing good basketball, and we don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs.
No,
I will say that we have the better bench that we've had since Morey's here. I think we have a deeper bench this year.
We do, but you gave up a lot for Harden. You gave up those picks.
Yeah, I agree. But Harden seems to be playing pretty well too lately.
Would you rather have had Halliburton and Buddy Hield? Or
100% Halliburton. But that's
Halliburton's going to make the
Buddy was awesome. I remember watching him.
But I like House. I think the bench is better. I think the bench is stronger. I think that I think it comes down to anything. Health with this team.
Yeah.
If they're healthy, I think they can beat anybody in the East. And the West is wide open.
I don't know about anybody.
Well,
Brooklyn is. I mean, Kevin Garnett's.
Dude, we beat Brooklyn by
Durant?
30 without any of the big three.
I do that all the time. My son corrects me. So Durant's shooting 68% real shots from the field when you take out fouls and everything else. I mean, he's having a phenomenal year.
He's incredible.
Brooklyn's Brooklyn, though, man. I said it last year, too. Brooklyn doesn't scare me. They get to the playoffs and they do nothing. They're like the Cowboys of the NBA.
You've got an extremely long, big lineup. You've got a team that can shoot the ball, and you've got a different coach in there. I don't know that I'm not afraid of them.
Maybe the different coach makes it better.
And you look at the Celtics. I mean, the Celtics are phenomenal.
Celtics are good.
Phenomenal.
So what's the problem then? Is it Rivers? Like a lot of people
for
are
the
saying?
Sixers?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think it's part. I think it's a good question. It's a part of it. I mean, I have season tickets. A lot of people watch the game, but if you see even during the timeouts, he's not even sitting in a timeouts circle half the time. He's sitting in the court.
Hey, who are you talking about? AB? Who are you talking
Doc
about?
Rivers.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also think Embiid hasn't been healthy. Look at this. Embiid hasn't been healthy when they've made a run. Every year he's hurt.
Yeah,
Every year he's been hurt.
Because they're riding them. By the way, I've never been to a Sixers game before.
You've never been to a Sixers game. It's It's a good atmosphere. It's not as good as it was maybe 3 years ago.
Let me know if you want a +1 ever. We do a switch off. I'll put you behind the bench.
You'll have to fight my kids for that.
I got video games. I think it's a failure if they don't win. I mean, they have to win, and they don't have a whole lot of time left.
Jim's dad says Maury needs to go back to running the amusement piers in Wildwood.
That's actually a great call. Who was that from?
Windows closing on Sixers. That's about it. Not going to be other teams East in the playoffs. I think. I mean, you keep talking about Brooklyn, AB, but like
Cleveland.
Okay, I think we can beat Cleveland 100%.
Have you watched?
Yeah,
Cleveland?
I've watched them. I got to see us fully healthy.
Can they beat the Hawks?
Fully healthy and gelled. Well, we beat the Hawks too.
Cleveland is the team that we were 2 years ago. Young, hungry team.
You had Spider Mitchell to that mix, though. They're a nice
No,
team.
I think they're a nice team,
Jared
but I
Allen,
think come
it's
playoff
a really
time-
good team.
I think come playoff time, the Sixers will beat them.
When's the trade deadline for the Sixers for NBA?
Problem is they don't have a lot to offer, Bob.
But what would you? What's out there that
Maybe
you would want?
Thibault's on the table. They're not trading Harris because
They need a scorer still. They need a scorer. With Maxey being hurt.
I don't think they need a scorer.
No, I don't either.
So who's the scorer on this team?
You have
You
four
have-
guys
you
that
have-
can drop 20. I mean, I don't think scoring.
Do you know what
is
the problem
issue.
is, in my opinion? If you don't mind, I'm so sorry to cut you
No.
off. And if you really think about it, the contract of Tobias Harris has been just pitiful. You paid him max money, and there's times where I went through his playoff stats last year. Actually, I think it was the year before that. I mean, there's one game where he had, more than double-digit points. Like I expected him to be 18, 15 every fucking.
But
game.
he's
Sorry,
taking a
every
back
game.
seat to three other guys.
I was going to say, I actually.
Then does that piece not work here?
I mean, it's worked lately. Tobias Harris is what 48% catch and shoot this year. Tobias Harris isn't the problem this year at all. I don't think.
Yeah, the better year for him, 100%.
I agree with Smitty. I don't think he's been the problem. And if anything, he's kind of the selfless leader that they have. They've got a bunch of
Personalities,
non-leaders out there.
too.
Well, they've got a bunch of guys that are ball dominant. I mean, Embiid and Harden both need the ball in their hands.
Max,
to
needs the
get
ball
something to
when he's
happen.
back.
Right. Harris can be a complimentary player. The contract is one thing, but I'm not unhappy with how he's played. And for you to get someone to take his contract, you got to give him something. You don't
Or
have
eat
anything.
something, man.
You can't trade a draft pick for a while.
And you're going to take on a bad contract.
Yeah,
Nobody's
you got to
taking
take a
on
bad
for Harris.
contract to get rid of him.
But
But I agree. He's
what do you do to
the
win?
fourth option on this team.
Yeah, he's not the
But
issue.
you guys say we have scores. We got guys that can put up
We
20
do.
any night.
We do.
Who can put up 20 every night?
Harden.
Other than Embiid.
Harden, Maxey.
Dude,
Maxey.
stop with the Harden. I'm
Harden
so done
puts
with
up
Harden.
20 every night.
He can.
He can, but he doesn't.
He can, but he doesn't. Yeah,
He
but
doesn't.
Maxey.
He folded in the playoffs like
He choked.
I've never seen
bad
a
in the
cheap
playoffs.
lawn chair.
Yep.
I've never
Well,
seen a player jump from Maxey's first year to his second year. I've never seen such a jump and such an increase in how well a player
than
can
Hurts.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jalen
you know what?
Hurts, yeah.
I'll give you that. Give me some of that.
That's for Smitty. That's for
you're-
Smitty.
yeah.
Jim-
I'll make sure I get one of them shirts too. By the way,
Jim,
That's my shirt.
Harden's averaging 21 and 10 this year. He's averaging 20 points a game.
What did
I
he
know-
average last year? And then what did he
But
average in the
Harden
playoffs?
came late, dude. In the you got like let's get
He
the
should
whole
probably
team with
average
this
more.
team.
Look at the elder statesman. This is incredible.
Smitty, I think half the problem with Harden,
We
you have nights where he gets 30 easily.
Yeah.
And you have nights where he struggles to get 20 and it takes him
Right.
23 shots to get 20, which is no good for the team. He puts
No,
up
I agree with
garbage.
that. But Jim's gonna laugh about this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, come playoff time, you're gonna be happy that you have PJ Tucker on your team. I'm telling you. You wait and see playoff time when he bodies up some of these players like Spider. I'm telling you, playoff time.
That's fine.
Is when
Playoff
PJ
time when
is gonna
Embiid is
shine.
hurt again and nobody can score. What's PJ going to do?
I'm excited about the nurse cam that we have going on over here. By the way, I'm gonna let you guys talk your Sixers and
Well, I'm hoping Embiid's been relatively healthy this year.
I just worry I don't think we
I
have a
agree
true
with you.
scorer outside of Maxey. I think Maxey's the only guy that can create his own shot.
But Harden and
side
Embiid, Harris. can
Well,
score.
Embiid, you just put him under. If he wants to get under in the paint under the net, yeah, he can
doesn't-
score whatever he wants to.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be under the
Didn't
paint.
we develop a
He
ball?
needs to be
Mo?
dominant. There's games where he's just
Have you watched what he's done
this
last-
season. Yeah, this season with the
Yeah.
exception. Yeah.
What are they?
He's-
18 and 12 now. I think they've won a 6.
I think
or-
17 and 13, I believe.
No,
I want the
they
elder
don't-
statesman's feedback here. The elder statesman.
He's getting more.
I think
He's getting more fluids.
There's upsy downsy going on in this one.
Well, Deke's going to reference Wilt Chamberlain in a second. So,
There
Deke,
he
you got
goes.
it.
Hold
Deke,
on,
let
it
me
finally
take.
caught up. It finally caught up. Go ahead.
Deke, I'm unmuting your mic. If you say anything dumb, I'm muting you.
I'm
I'm just kidding.
I was distracted there for a minute.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Oh. He's got delay.
Next time there's a thing on Zoom, you turn your camera off.
There's Ratchet.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm going to see myself out, guys. Listen, thanks for having me on. Always good to talk some Flyers hockey. Do you mind if I tell people where they can find me?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Appreciate it. So I write for FlyersInsider.com. I do also do photography work with the team as well. And I got a podcast, The Frank the Tank Show. Love to have you guys come on sometime.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank, 5 years running strong. It was a damn good year.
You find you on iTunes.
That's a good
iTunes and the usual platforms.
Spotify, Spice 1, Spice 2. You might even find me on
Spice.
a
AB lit up when he heard Spice 1 and Spice 2.
We're working on browsers, but that's you got to pay double for that kind of action content. Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. By the way, like I said, I am a huge fan of your show. I love your show.
Appreciate it. Yep.
You guys are funny. It's good to have one Flyers guy on the show, by the way. Appreciate you.
As the season comes around, this
Bob hasn't
I
even
can't
been
focus
watching the
until football's
Flyers.
done.
I
I can't
got you on
focus on
that.
anything till
I love
football's
it. It's
done.
an exciting time right now, but not for all of us. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Raggy.
All right, now back to our elder statesman. What's your take, Deke Martin, on the Sixers and the performance so far this year?
Hey, you gonna let him talk this time?
They certainly started out rocky. They've kind of, I think, leveled off. They got a nice little six-game winning streak. I think they're 18-12 at the moment.
That's right, Deke. Not 14 like AB said.
No, I said 17.
Oh, yeah, you said 17-14. You were wrong.
I
Keep
said
going,
17 and
Deke.
13, but
Thank you.
keep
You
going.
said 14.
I didn't.
Review the tape.
I think they're pointing in the right direction. They, the season, it's been a frustrating journey with these guys ever since the so-called tanking was over.
Tank just
It's been a
left.
frustrating journey with them going out in the first or second round. I don't know how many years in a row now. Like everybody else, I've seen this movie how many times. I want to see a different ending. I want to see a better ending. I want to see them move on to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the finals themselves.
They better get to the final.
That doesn't happen if Tyrese Maxey doesn't come back fully healthy. And so that's what I'm looking for this team.
Well, I think that's the goal of why they're having him sit out longer than was expected. I mean, they're talking mid-January, so he does come back, which is good.
Yeah.
Move by that.
I mean, they're doing well without.
You made an excellent point. Keep going, buddy.
Oh, Melton has really stepped up, though.
Melton's been a nice addition.
Playing good basketball.
Melton's that was a great trade by Morey, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Danny Green and a pick for him. Not a bad move at all.
Yep.
Danny Green played it all this year?
No, I think he's still rehabbing from that the ACL he tore in the playoffs, which is a shame. I mean, he was a trooper for us.
Danny Green?
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, gave you a steady 3 and D.
I would take Redick back over him any day of the week.
Well, Redick's also older though, but
DJ would rather have PJ Tucker than Danny Green.
No, I wouldn't, dude. PJ Tucker's
all right. Wait till playoff time.
Fine, dude. I'll keep waiting for playoff time.
To quote
Philly
Shady, PJ Tucker is ass.
Seriously.
Okay.
Ass.
He's out there collecting cardio every night, dude. Last night he put up what? The other night he put up 6 points. I think it was the season high.
He had a couple 3-pointers like a week ago. I remember watching that game, and I was expecting Smitty. I was expecting you to hit me up and tell me like he's getting ready to go on a roll.
They didn't bring him in for scoring. So
I get that.
Wasn't he a 3 and D guy?
I get it. I get you're not bringing him in for scoring, but when half of your starting lineup is out, and he's one of your starters still healthy, you need him to produce.
I just don't understand how Morey expected a fan base that ran Ben Simmons out of town.
That's true.
Because he threw a pass to Thibault instead of dunking it himself, and you bring a guy in who doesn't want to score.
You know why?
Doesn't make any
Joel
sense.
Embiid personally asked.
Wait,
for it.
actually, AB wasn't in. AB wasn't in for, and Jim, you weren't here either. But I think it was like a week or two ago, Schmitty. We kind of talked about how the Embiid thing. If this thing is a train wreck again.
Yeah, I don't think.
What do you think? I think we all agreed maybe 2 years left of Embiid.
I don't think
he's already starting to feel around. I mean, I think his comments about people wanting to trade him. I don't think he's
the writing is starting to go on the wall.
You don't think he's trolling?
I think it's a combination of trolling, but also it becomes a story of
where's he going to go and how are you going to equal value?
You're not going
to get equal value.
That's the problem.
Well,
if it doesn't,
that doesn't seem to be.
But
the NBA
my
works,
point,
though.
my point was with the whole Embiid thing. I don't want him gone. Obviously,
I know.
No,
but
no one does.
I'm saying you built shooters around him. You built defense around him. Now you're trying with this tough regimen.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to try to build around him?
Problem is
and
he's not healthy come playoff time every year.
I mean, that's a huge
last
issue
year was
too.
a freak injury. I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Well, not really. Your coach is an idiot playing him.
Well, yeah,
when
Doc,
you're up third.
when you're up
Still,
my first move would be
know.
firing Doc, but
Yes, I agree.
I don't think that's going to happen now because they're on a win streak. I thought it was going to happen. Like if they would have lost that Lakers game, I think there would have been a high probability he would have got fired.
Well, I also don't think you've got an ownership that really wants to stomach another coaching contract
that
they
is
have to pay
true.
for.
But you just saw a team right across the street fire their head coach and hire their bench
Yeah, but the
coach.
problem is they're paying.
I know it's not the same sport, and I know it's not
We've
the
got
same.
these carpetbagger owners owning the Sixers, though. Harris is not vested. This is an investment for him. There's a little bit different.
He doesn't want to
Seats
pay
are still
more
getting
money.
filled.
Middleton is
You're
one
right.
of us,
Yeah, you're
as
right.
much as he can be.
I actually think the Christmas game, the way the Knicks are playing, that's going to be a good test for them.
It is going to be a good test,
especially without Maxey.
Yeah,
because if you let Brunson go crazy and quickly, can get hot too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Brady,
All right,
what's going on with the Sixers, man?
He don't care.
There you go. See, smart kid.
I
you know,
wonder.
hit him
I
with
wonder
something.
where he gets it from. Is he just on his own?
No, I brought it up to him once, and then he said the same thing.
What'd you say?
Sucks.
Who sucks?
Tucker.
All right, well, wait. Like I said, playoff time.
You
You saw what he
the
did.
same
You
thing
saw
during
what he
playoff
did.
time too.
You saw what he did to Giannis. You saw what he did when everybody else was sitting out against Brooklyn.
The G is silent.
And he shut down KD too when Brooklyn came and we beat him by 30
Dude,
without.
he's 38 years old.
Did somebody score on his team to help them win those games?
No, actually, if you remember,
don't
Embiid,
remember.
Harden, and Maxey were all out, and
Tobias
Simmons was back.
Tobias had a good game.
I think it was Melton. Didn't Melton have
Tobias
like
and
25?
Melton, but
Yeah, they
Tobias
both did.
was kind of going off.
But I actually think they're deeper this year.
I'm talking about PJ when you said he shut down Giannis.
He did.
But what happened?
They won.
Oh, that was when he was with the Heat.
That's when he threw the ladder this year.
Yeah, but they've also
I
lost
was
to
talking
the Bucks.
playoffs. I thought you were talking about playoffs. Son. I don't care about the I'm done with the regular season. I don't care about
Well,
the
he
regular
shut
season.
down our players
Can't be
last
done
year.
with the regular.
I don't mean I'm like
But,
I'll
like, how
watch
many-
once football's done. I'll watch regular season, but the regular season in NBA doesn't matter.
It really
doesn't
doesn't.
matter.
It really
He
doesn't.
was
I'm
a
a
factor in
junkie,
the
so I'll sit
Miami
and watch.
series.
I'll watch. But it doesn't matter.
I watch too, but how many years have we seen this team and the NBA across the league
Right.
where the regular season, it shows you who really the really good teams are probably and how they match up, but come playoff time, completely different atmosphere and game.
Honestly, I think it's wide open this year. I don't think there's somebody that's like
The West, I think the West is a lot tougher. Actually,
no. The West is wide open. Golden
Yeah,
State,
yeah.
Phoenix isn't doing anything.
the East is tough.
I mean, Brooklyn maybe, but I think Brooklyn will fold come playoff time.
Really?
Yeah, they always
I agree.
do.
They always do.
I think the East is a lot tougher.
No,
but-
I
They're the
agree.
Mets.
I
They're
think
the
it's-
Mets, the Cowboys
There's like
of the
four
NBA.
teams. There's 4 to 5 teams: Brooklyn, Philly,
Milwaukee,
Boston,
Cleveland.
and I'll throw Cleveland in that.
Miami?
No, I'm not throwing Miami. Miami's not even 500 right now. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think.
it's still early enough where they can come together. And bounce
Maybe.
back. You think Jimmy Butler's not gonna let his team?
He's a year older, a step slower.
So is PJ Tucker.
Well, PJ Tucker's
He's
fast.
7 years older.
Yeah.
He ages like a dog. All right, let's get back to the shit show part of this. Talk about Christmas. If you're Santa, what are you giving to the Philly sports scene for Christmas?
Oh,
whatever. Philly sports scene.
Can we pick
if you
one
want to bring
from
if you want to bring a real
each
soccer team into Philly, you can do that. Who wants to start?
Why don't we go with each team? Why don't we start with each?
You want to give something? Because see,
team.
well, mine was a triple crown. I want MVPs for 3 of the 4 teams because I know the Flyers have no shot at getting an MVP, and I want titles
That's it,
for all
I
3
quit.
teams.
Yeah, all right. You're asking for a
MVPs,
lot.
MVP for Embiid. I mean,
Yes.
he's fighting for it. Hurts
An MVP for Trey Turner.
fighting for him. Well, there's a couple guys on the Phillies I think you could talk about potential
Castellanos?
MVPs. Castellanos is definitely most hated player.
Bounce back season.
Well, I was going to say, Santa already delivered for the Phillies, right?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
My
okay.
God.
Could you
what
imagine
they've
if?
done.
Could you imagine? I was thinking this. Could you imagine if Trey Turner pulled the same shit that Korea pulled this
Well,
week?
Korea didn't pull any shit.
was
The
that him or was that
Giants-
yeah?
The Giants looked at an injury from 8 years ago and said they were.
But I'm just saying,
about
could
it.
you imagine if that happened to us?
Oh, we'd be pissed.
But
Like
I
if the
don't blame
Mets
the
swooped
player.
in and got Trey Turner,
Well, the Mets swooped in and got everybody. They spent $800 million.
and they're still not going to go anywhere.
I agree.
I don't know about that. When they won 105 games last year.
And what happened?
What happened?
Wait a minute.
but-
DJ
The
said
Mets gonna Met, man.
Dude, Scherzer and Verlander will not stay healthy. They're both
Muck the
40.
Fets.
Exactly.
Dude, Verlander had a very good year this year.
Just won Cy Young.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, we got him both times in the World Series.
No, we didn't, dude. He shut us down in Game 5.
We should have got him. Let's say that. How many times did
What did we get? 2 hits?
Had a parade too.
Yeah.
Like, what did we get? 2 hits against them in Game 5?
How many times we had the bases loaded? No out.
And who came with the bat
Are
usually?
you really worried about that? Are you guys
who was usually at
Wait,
bat
are you
with
guys
with
really
guys on
worried
base?
about the Mets?
I'm not worried about the
I'm
Mets.
not worried
How
about the
can you
Mets.
not be? They won 100
Statistically, Carlos Correa has gone down every year since he's got
Correa,
caught cheating.
Correa. It's
Whatever,
not
he
Kim
sucks.
Jong-un.
He sucks. He's the worst of the.
You know what-
four
you
I
know
keep
it's-
on thinking he's saying Paul Correa.
Yes.
Oh,
You know,
whoa,
like you're a
whoa.
closet hockey fan or something.
You know what's funny is watching Smitty talk because his face doesn't go above the window, so you just see the hat,
Oh,
and
you
it's just
see
a
his
guy
hat
like
bobblehead, like a bobblehead.
Yeah,
But
you
we-
can tell he's getting heated
But
with the
literally,
hackers.
who were you worried about the Mets? Brandon
Paul
Nimmo,
Correa?
that was an overpay.
Smitty, they're a better team, and they finished 14 games north of the Phillies in the win column. How
And they
could you not
choke
be-
every year, like DJ
I
said.
understand, but how could you not be worried?
Because I'm not worried about them.
They got better.
They
We
did
went-
get
it's
better,
very-
but I'm
We
not
went to
worried
the
about
World
them.
Series and we got better.
We got better, but I mean, what are the Phillies now?
Did we get
90?
better, or were we just really hot?
Did we get
were
any
just
starting
really hot.
pitching?
No,
or
but we did
bullpen relief.
Well, I mean,
They
I-
got
yeah,
starting. They got starting pitching. And
They got
added
starting
That
pitching
guy's
and
gonna
they got
turn
a
out to be
short.
garbage.
Taiwan
That's
Walker.
the one thing. Yeah,
Taiwan Walker's not garbage.
I'm
Walker's a
sorry,
good
he's going to
pitcher.
turn out
Thank
to be,
you.
man.
Dude, his stats are exactly what Zach Wheeler's were with the Mets at the same age.
He falls off a little after the
Yeah.
All-Star game, but he's usually your third starter, your fourth starter.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
And
I don't think
Painter
they
will
did
be
enough
up. so-
pitching
I'd
help.
say you'll bring the kid up too. Yep.
Yep, thank
Exactly
you.
right.
AB and I are green tonight. This is a great night.
All right, let's get back to
It's
the
a Christmas
to the
miracle.
presents. What are you bringing, Santa? Who's starting? I gave mine.
I think we should do what DJ said, the
What?
team by team.
Yeah,
Team by
let's-
team?
That was my idea.
Smitty,
Thank you.
Smitty did
That's
say that.
Smitty,
so.
no, man.
That
All
takes
right,
that
we're-
takes much more time. I was trying to do work.
All right,
Go
all right.
ahead.
I
We
mean,
got time.
I'll try to keep it quick. Flyers just
A fan base.
gut out the whole. Yeah,
A superstar.
gut out the whole front office, and yeah, draft a superstar.
Get Bedard.
Sixers. Fire Doc. It sounds simple, but I guess fire Doc. Philly,
You're
Phillies.
Santa. You're giving things.
Yeah.
Santa leaves presents.
What do you got
All
for
right.
Phillies?
All right, Sixers.
You
Sixers.
Krampus? You want to be
Sixers.
Krampus?
Sixers.
That's the assignment, DJ.
give.
You
what am I-
failed. That's
give
a
it-
0.
Yeah, I'm still saying give Doc a chance to coach
Give
somewhere
Doc
else.
a pink slip.
Yes,
There
yes.
you go.
Give him a chance to
The
coach somewhere
opportunity.
else. Give Sam Cassell the chance. The Phillies, I mean, Bob kind of touched on it. They didn't really do much in the bullpen, so if they can get another reliever, that'd be really nice before the offseason is over. And for the Eagles, I don't really know what you give to a 13-1 team, but if I was gonna say health. Maybe they're a little banged up right now, so I'm giving their full health into the playoffs. How about that?
Great analyst. And
What about
I fumbled in the first half, and then the second half.
No,
I
you did
kinda-
great.
up.
You did great. It's about how you finish. It's about how you finish.
Be a closer.
Bob
What do you
Hartnett.
got, Bob?
What are you giving?
So I have the Flyers. I'm giving them new ownership. Someone preferably who is maybe a little like Snyder, but up with the hockey times. Someone who wants to win and someone who knows the city. I want the Eagles to finish. I'm going to give them a finish, and I'm going to give them the Super Bowl. But I also want to give them health moving forward. So the Sixers, been reading up a little bit on Sam Cassell. I kind of like him. Ever since we talked about that, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Smitty. I want Sam. I think I'm going to give him Sam Cassell. The Phillies.
How's everyone doing?
the Phillies.
He is starting this week.
Yeah, the Phillies. Breaking news.
Because you don't know shit. Mama's what's the pizza called again?
Mama Mia's.
Mama Mia's pizza is fantastic.
The Phillies bullpen and starting pitching. And is that it? Who
I think he got 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Smitty
3?
figuring out buttons.
No, I was waiting to say something silly like soccer or something. I was going to tell you.
okay.
You're like,
Stop. Yeah.
What
yeah.
did Smitty do?
Are we a 5 for 5 city or
no,
We're not.
we are not.
I wouldn't mind the soccer team in the Philadelphia.
A Philadelphia
Yeah,
soccer
well,
team?
Philadelphia soccer team.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
maybe I'd root for them.
You
if
don't like
they-
the Chester
so they're
Union?
right.
Nope. Here we go.
All right, what do you got, AB?
I don't know what Santa should give. I know what Santa did give. And you know what the prelude to this is Gardner Minshew playing
How about that?
on Saturday.
What is this dude doing
Santa
back there?
just gave us a bleeping quarterback controversy.
No, stop.
Come on.
I hate to say it.
Smitty, stop pressing buttons, dude.
Minshew's going to drop 300 and beat the Cowboys on Saturday.
We're not having a QB
I don't doubt that.
controversy.
Would you stop?
Be
Get out of here.
embroidered in a
If
we've
you're
got a
a-
classic pass.
You'll be calling up Gargano on Monday. Yo, the Bagster.
No, he's
and
not.
Primos.
No, they're not back till after the New Year.
Oh, all right.
so you
We're
gotta
not
wait.
putting Jalen Hurts in the bag. I'm not saying I want this. I'm just
It's
telling
not a
you what's going-
controversy. You're crazy.
If you're
If
a
he would-
WIP old head who's like
Yeah.
just hates when Philly teams are good, yeah, you'll create
Right.
the
There's
controversy.
no controversy here.
I see it from a mile away because I think they shut down Hurts for the remainder of
No,
the
get
regular
out of
season.
here.
They probably,
Yes.
if they
There
win,
we
yeah,
go.
why
Wrong
wouldn't you?
answer.
If they win on Saturday,
AB out.
they, thank you, Richard Dawson. I think if they win on Saturday, they shut down Hurts for the remainder. Right?
Yeah, I
and
could see
then
that.
Minshew performs, and then we got the nonsense all over again.
This is a Christmas shit show.
I don't think there's a controversy.
Stop.
No matter how good Minshew does.
Okay.
That you're only Santa giving.
No, I think that's what Santa's given us.
You
All right.
really think we have a quarterback controversy?
I don't think we have it yet, but I think it's in the offing. It's brewing.
Dude, get the hell out of here.
What happened? So here, I'll play it out for you. So let's say Minshew wins Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And then they play him the last 2 games, and let's say they win those last 2 games.
Oh, against the Giants and Saints. Okay,
Yes.
great.
Just play it out. So then you get into the playoffs, and the conversation becomes, can we put Hurts back in there? He hasn't played in 5.5 weeks.
Oh my God, dude, get out of here! You're
I'm
getting
just
another
telling-
one.
I'm just
that's
telling
That's
you.
it. Get him
I'm just
out.
telling you what's
Get him
going on.
out.
Get the hook.
It's gonna happen.
No, it's like AJ Feely, Bobby Hoying, Jeff Garcia. He'll win a couple games. We'll like it. We'll feel good about it, but I don't think it's gonna be a controversy.
It's not a controversy. AB's trying to make a controversy. Get out of here.
It's just so funny watching Smitty back there behind the window. He seems like a kid.
Make sure
pressing
you learn how to
buttons.
work
No,
that.
I got good.
Work
I
that
got
board,
good-
Smitty, because
I
we're
got
gonna need
good
it
sound
soon.
effects.
It's
Yeah,
funny,
that's
dude.
true.
It's just
How
funny.
y'all doing? Just
Yep.
make sure you don't put in Nate's OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Start streaming that. That'll be no
Oh,
good.
no.
I understand you all met Tom. Yeah, I fucking met Tom.
Oh,
You don't
this
need,
is the Christmas shit show.
you don't need to push every button.
See, this is why you don't put a kid back there with a bunch of buttons.
No, I got a bunch of drops. Don't worry.
What
All
button
right,
you
well-
push? Deke's monitor just
Dilly
started going
dilly.
crazy. What you push, Smitty?
Do you have the asshole click? That's my fault.
I might have it.
All right.
Kind of a
Anything
funny thing
else?
happened the third day of practice.
Go.
Anything?
Stop. Just stop.
Anything else is Doc being out of here and obviously health. I mean, I don't think there's much more that you want.
He's such a
What do you got, Brody? Get it in before Smitty
Flyers.
starts hitting more buttons.
That's for AB.
Yo, stop picking on little kids.
No, I said that's for AB.
Yeah, no, that was for stop picking on little
Actually,
kids.
wait, Brody, before you speak, I got a thing for you. Brody, time's yours.
Flyers relevancy, I guess.
That's what I think about the Flyers.
Phillies. Anything about the Phillies? The World Series, I guess. I don't know.
Was that a zipper? Smitty.
A new TikTok for somebody. Let's go.
Sixers, a power forward.
Let's
and
go while we're young.
Eagles, a Super Bowl.
There you go.
All right, Deke, you look like you're falling asleep there. What do you got? What are you bringing, Santa, Deke?
New ownership for the Flyers.
There it is.
Bounce back. This one's for you, Jim. A bounce back year for Castellanos for the Phillies.
That was not a drop. That was me.
A deep playoff run for the Sixers. And a parade for the Eagles.
There you go.
Nice. Smitty, you got time to stop pushing buttons and think?
Yes. Phillies,
We don't care.
Phillies, we need Phillies, we need a closer. I think that's what we're missing in the bullpen, a true closer.
You don't put Sir Anthony in there as the closer?
No.
Really?
No.
I think he's the guy.
Jose.
Sixers, I'm with DJ. I think we need to fire Doc.
Yep.
Flyers, I don't really care, if you want me to be honest. And Eagles, health. Health not hurt from everybody, honestly. And also, I hope we don't lose that many position coaches.
Smitty, what's the city of Philadelphia and the Department of Education do? What should Santa bring them?
Books, a budget.
Yeah, right.
Andrew.
And the new prince.
You're Santa Claus. What are you bringing to each team? There we go. There's the clip I like.
I'm not here to judge how the league handles the situation.
I guess just with everything you guys kind of said everything.
We got it covered. All right,
Man of many words.
There's nothing for me to say. You guys said everything.
All right.
All right.
Taking what was in front of him.
Got Smitty playing toilet noises in the background.
Yo,
him playing-
Mr. Belvin.
Deep noises.
And the mic.
That is Deke in the background.
Yeah. The Deke.
He's not talking right now.
We do need some Deke drops. Deke drops would be fantastic.
Wait, was that the 12-point touchdown drop?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to play.
Well, I think the Deke draft. Oh boy!
All right, it's turning into a real shit show. I'll skip the Christmas gift thing. I got a hot take there. Cut it.
Yo,
Smitty.
NWA.
Here we
back
go.
there. Come on.
I want your input in this. I'd trade 5 years of my life if it meant becoming extremely attractive. Yes or no?
Ooh, it's 5 years. It depends when. It depends what I'm doing at the 5 years. I'm gonna say no. I'm not trading that. Just because you're extremely attractive doesn't mean you're successful, or doesn't mean you're not a douchebag either. I'll take those 5 years.
It's petty.
Bob, football is the best sport to watch live. Yes or no?
To watch a lot, like
in
person. Be there in person.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes. I kind of honestly,
Best sport?
Hockey live is
Hockey.
Hockey live in the glass is better than any sport, and I'm not even a big hockey.
Yeah, I'm on the edge there too.
Yeah.
Football's the best sport on TV.
Like I'd rather go to a hockey game than watch a hockey game on TV.
We should all go to a Flyers game.
Cheap as hell, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, you probably have to pay me to go to a Flyers game. I'm sorry.
Cats
Great
are smarter
take,
than
DJ.
dogs.
Great call.
Cats are smarter than dogs.
I hate cats, so no.
Yes,
Dogs
applaud him
are
for that
awesome.
take. Yeah, cats stink.
Love my dogs.
I like dogs. Yeah.
I have two.
I got here. I'm going to give you this one, Brody, because I don't know that you'll appreciate the other ones. Ketchup is better than any other condiment.
Yes. Let me ask you.
That's wrong.
That's
Let me ask
that's a
you yours.
13-year-old take. My son would agree.
That mine's pretty easy. I was going to ask the top one.
Pussy.
Go ahead, ask me anyone you want.
Suck my balls.
Growing up in the suburbs is better than growing up in the city.
No. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Sandbagging son of a bitch. Who grew up? Anybody grow up in the suburbs here?
No.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Smitty.
Yes, sir.
I think it is better.
Being likable and charismatic is more powerful than being smart.
100%. Yes.
Yes. We got a president that way.
Which one?
Many, actually.
The current guy, he's charismatic.
No.
He's not smart.
Never. All right. I'd rather live with TV than without music.
Oh,
Without TV than without music. We'll close it on that one.
Without TV. Wait, so you're saying I'd rather?
I'd rather live without TV than without music. Yes or no?
I use
I'm
I'm
gonna say I get more entertainment out of television and music. I'll go with television. Because concerts
See,
are a blast.
I get more enjoyment, I think, out of music. But if you're taking all my television away, does that include the sport?
But you can still go to the
You
games.
can go to
right?
the games.
Right.
But you
can
can't
listen-
watch.
You can listen to
You
the
can't
games.
watch them.
But you can listen to them.
Stay woke, bitches.
I don't know. I'm gonna still say
think I would.
TV because I
TV?
enjoy watching a nice movie or.
All right. Bob, TV or music?
Ooh.
Guy's killing me.
TV or music? Wow.
Jim, this had to be.
I'm gonna
shit
go with
show.
music.
Music.
Yeah, always can take a radio.
Yep, I would agree.
Music. Music.
Really, Brady?
I
Smitty.
don't watch TV a whole lot, and that's at sports.
Okay.
What's up, Jim? What you say?
TV or music?
Music. I don't really watch TV unless it's sports.
I think
He's
all
on,
said
he's
that.
on Nate's Amazon account right now.
Really have the same
Smitty, who's
idea.
your favorite artist?
Young Yachty.
In what kind of music? What do you want?
Like who do you listen to the most?
Doris.
I listen to Pearl Jam a lot.
Spice Girls.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Why, you got something to say? What do you listen to?
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
Sure.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
I mean, I listen. I
He's
don't
in.
know.
He's
I
about to go to
listen to
jail.
Question for you, Jim.
everything but country.
Yes.
Are you allowed to watch
I'm gonna give Deke his question. Go ahead.
music performances on TV?
Yes, I've done that.
All right. Then I'll take the TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could. Yeah, you could watch this.
That's like
All right,
a loophole. That's a weird loophole. Dude.
Here's the question for you, Deke.
Jesus.
The Olympics should happen every year, yes or no?
No.
Good answer.
They should-
I'd rather
they
watch
should
the
never
Olympics
happen,
than the World
period.
Cup.
Dude, shut up. World Cup game was great. That
Horrible.
final. Yeah,
Horrible.
you missed a good final.
Yeah, I'm going to play over 100 minutes and decide the world champion on the fact that a goalie jumps the wrong way.
It was pretty awesome.
That's so
Dude, that was-
fantastic.
come on.
Awesome.
Just start
Yeah,
the
Nate-
season with with penalty kicks and go from there.
What's it like on this
Nate's
side,
about to
Nate?
kick us all out. Nate's like, get out.
We're winding it down, but you're in here. We got Nate
Contract's not getting
on the
renewed.
other
not
side
done
of the
yet.
camera.
We're not done yet.
On the other side of the
This shit
camera.
is loud.
Yeah.
Like this shit is echoing in my ears.
It's the only way we can hear
Especially
each other.
Smitty. He goes talks like this into the mic.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
usually when he's in here, he's sitting like this and he's talking like this.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
He is happy back there. Trust me. I've never
Smitty-
seen him fucking
looks
smile
like
so
he's-
much.
looks like
Excuse me, but he is smiling
You got a
hard.
new producer.
He's like, Nate, can I touch this button? Can I hit this button?
I
Yeah,
need
go ahead.
to know
Do it.
what I
He's
can
touching
do.
every
I don't
button
wanna-
back there.
Everybody.
Every button.
You're going to
Everybody.
have maintenance mop up when he's done.
It's-
game.
It's actually
when it
different over
matters.
here.
We talking about practice.
What are we
He's just
talking
hitting
about?
every button.
Every button.
All right, Nate, you're Santa Claus. What are you bringing to each team?
Oh, woo.
He grew up in Delco from
So-
Joe White.
So Flyers, we're bringing back Wayne Simmons. So we'll start right there. Oh man, I don't think the Eagles need anything. A kick returner, maybe.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
A special teams guy.
They
Nobody
need a
said
healthy
that.
quarterback, don't they?
They have a quarterback. He'll be
A
fine.
healthy quarterback.
He'll be fine.
All right.
Flat's calling for a quarterback controversy.
Let me see. I think we need another shooter on the Sixers.
Thank you.
Another shooter. Somebody just another closer. I don't think we have a closer outside of Embiid.
They need Curry back, honestly.
Yeah.
They
Curry,
need-
Curry would fit the
Curry,
team very nicely.
Curry would
Curry
be
was
like the last
great.
piece.
Yeah,
He'd be like
he
the
would be
last
great.
piece.
Yeah.
See, Korkmaz has the mentality of I don't care, I'll shoot whenever. He just sucks.
But he's just not
He's
good.
just
Yeah,
not
he sucks.
good. Yeah,
He's
he's
just
That's
not
what we
good.
need. A guy that's just unconscious and just shoots because hey, there's the basket. I
He's
got the
evidently
ball.
a bad man, though. You know, he got in a fight over there in the Euro League.
Yeah.
Right? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he got in a fight with half of the.
I did see that clip. I
Pretty
did
bad.
see that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phillies. I don't know, man.
Go look at the fun bags on that whole town. I'd like to eat her liver with some Farber beans and a nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say another arm with the Phillies. I would say another arm. Because who is it? Who's our one?
Wheeler,
Nola, and then
probably
Walker's going to be in the three.
I forgot about Walker.
It's Walker and Suarez, 3, 4.
four.
And then Painter's your 5.
Painter will
Was Painter going to get the 5 though?
Oh yeah.
He should.
he's
He
a
looks like he's
stud.
unreal.
Yeah, but he's like
He's
like 19 though.
yeah, he's
he's gonna
only
be-
20. He's going to be
he's-
20 at the
He's
start
going to
of
be the
next season.
3.
You sure?
You're going to be the three by the end of the season. You're saying it's going to be the 3. They're going to bring him up as a 3.
He's going to be the 3 by the middle of the season.
What?
He is an absolute can't.
I hear
That's
you.
saying something, dude.
He's an absolute can't miss. I keep reading up about it, especially
Thank
after
you,
all the
AB.
talk Frat has been talking about. He's like the best can't miss pitcher since Cone. Like
for,
he's ridiculous
for a team that's in contention and signed another $300 million guy. If you're relying on him to make some noise, I'm not saying that he's not a good prospect. I'm just saying that they should have signed someone else.
Disagree strongly.
Who?
He's too good to keep down.
Wait, who are you thinking?
I'm not saying keep him down either. I'm just saying even if he's up and they're saying, oh well, we have this guy as our four or five guy, they should have just signed another pitcher that was that could pitch.
Why?
Because if he doesn't pan out, what if something happens?
He's not gonna.
You think he's knockout
so
prospect?
legit, it's unbelievable.
So I'm understanding baseball a lot more. Is age a big concern when it comes to pitching?
No, it's
He's
more of a
pitching.
It's more of a concern with hitters. He mixes in his stuff. He's got a good curveball.
So
he can pitch.
So the age doesn't really affect
not with the
something.
pitchers.
Not with the pitchers.
What I worry about
Okay.
though with the history of this team is they bring these young guys up early. They give them like a month, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're going to send you back
They're not
down
gonna-
to save for
but
arbitration and
he's
all
not-
that."
Don't-
stuff. If he's that good,
This guy's like Kershaw Jr.
Jim,
Like,
he's
he's-
ridiculous.
Don't let the
He's
ghost
ridiculous.
of Spencer Howard scare you.
well, that's the
I
thing.
agree.
Yeah,
don't.
and what's it, Jesse
Jesse
Biddle
Biddle,
and
This guy is
Drabeck's
not-
kid,
Kyle
and-
Drabeck. Yeah, don't let them scare
I've
you.
heard
Seen
about
that
him.
story.
Yeah, like he's like got history on his side. Like he's like one of his stats rank up with like one of the best ever.
Yeah, he's
right
been
down
His
there.
his ERA.
Every scout.
I think his
all
ERA
over
at the end of the last year with AA was like under 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It was
that's a ni-
unreal.
That's a 19-year-old pitching against
Yeah.
guys that have played 4 or 5 years of minor league ball. Like he's
in baseball, I
But
feel like there's
minor and the majors are two different things.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. It's a whole different speed.
Yeah.
But if you can pitch, you can pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
I'm
he
willing.
can pitch.
I'm all in on the guy. Like I want to see what he is. You keep hearing about him, but I don't think he's making the move from 5 to 3.
Dude, I think you end up putting
Who else would be 5 if it's
Ranger
not him?
Suarez ends
Ranger
up
or
Ranger ends up as your
Walker.
closer.
As 5?
What?
Ranger ends up as your
So who's your 5th starter?
doesn't you, one of the other Abel or the other kid down on the farm. They get a bunch of arms. The Phillies are
Now they do.
pitching rich.
Yeah, now they do.
Yeah.
Who's in the bullpen?
I mean,
Are they just top heavy?
It's
no, they're
yeah.
not top heavy.
Honestly,
you signed the guy from
they're
Boston.
top heavy to top 2, 3.
it's Alvarado,
And then they're-
Dominguez, and
signed the-
Robertson's gone.
Robertson's gone. He went with
Yeah.
the Mets.
Brad Hand's gone. But you
you signed the guy.
Brogdon.
You signed
you
the guy
have
from the
you
Mets,
have Brogdon.
or you signed the guy from Boston, who was a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah.
They did sign him. What was it, like a 2 or 3 year deal,
Yeah,
right?
you got
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Bailey Falter's your long man, but he's your spot reliever too. If you look,
I wish they would have
But
brought Syndergaard back, but not for that money.
So you don't think Dominguez is the closer?
I thought he would be, but apparently Smitty back there don't think so.
I would give him a shot.
You're on mute, so we don't need to hear you.
That's
Smitty's mic is
perfect.
off, and it's probably
Smitty
not a
muted
bad
himself.
He muted himself.
He pressed too many buttons back there.
Good.
Don't break nothing back there. We got a company to
You
run.
better
here,
make sure your
so.
passwords are on lockdown. You don't know what he's doing back there.
Yeah,
He's like
right.
a gremlin that just got wet back
It
there.
ain't, it ain't nothing back there. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what was the other question? Music or TV? What could you live without?
I'm back.
Oh,
He figured it out. He figured to hit the red button.
yeah.
Or what could you not live without? I guess is a better way to put it.
Your family? My kids?
No, music or TV?
Music
Come
or
on.
TV? It's
music,
not that deep. We're
music or TV?
We're not cutting off family there, Smitty.
I think I could live without TV.
Yeah.
You guys are all music.
Yeah, I
That's
think I could-
interesting.
What about you, DJ? Your TV?
I said TV.
I
Why?
think I could
What
live
do you
without
watch?
Because I enjoy watching TV. I enjoy watching shows and movies.
Yeah, but you just
Uh,
well, yeah, I'm a movie guy too.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
the thing is
yeah.
with me, like I'm an outdoors guy, so if I wanted the radio, I could go fishing with it. When I hike, I can listen to it. When I'm camping, I can listen. I don't need to have it.
But
That's
I'm an
my take
audiobook
on it.
guy too.
I can't
Okay.
imagine
I like
being
I
in a
do
car
audiobooks.
and it being silent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would drive me insane.
Well, you could still have
Yeah.
like podcasts.
you could just have a conversation.
Music,
With who?
music isn't
Myself?
podcasts.
I mean, I do that on my hour drive, but
Bro, I do too. I talk to myself all the time.
But like music isn't like podcast
No,
isn't music.
you're making all kinds of exceptions. I think.
yeah,
I think
you're
the
finding
question-
loopholes.
Radio or TV,
Yeah, the question is really visual entertainment or audio entertainment.
right? And I
think-
can't do without visual.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm a visual guy too.
All right, what? This is it, and then we're shutting it down.
Sure, we are.
What was on your
Nate just came in.
what was on your list
This
year
is like
after
the Ask
year
the Boss segment here.
Yeah,
Like, What are you
right.
doing here?
that Santa never left? That you're still waiting for Santa to bring?
Cindy Crawford? No,
Yeah. Like Philly sports related, or
No, just as a kid, you wanted a Cabbage
Oh.
Patch Kid, and you never
This-
got it.
I don't know. Oh, dude, I don't know.
I wanted a Millennium Falcon. I got all kinds of cool Star Wars shit, but I never got my Millennium Falcon. Never got my Millennium and the GI Joe the jet the Sky Streaker or whatever, like the F-14.
Dude, I
got all the other stuff, but I didn't get those.
I got an aircraft carrier the one year.
The aircraft carrier I never got.
Aircraft carrier was
So,
awesome.
We knew that my parents
It's
used
still
to
at my parents' house.
hide the Santa gifts in my grandmother's garage.
Right.
But so did my aunt and uncle. And one year, me and my cousin went in the garage and saw all the shit. And there was like the big pit creature from Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
We saw that. We were like, "Oh, this is awesome!"
So
the
nerdy.
Rancor.
It wasn't.
Make
It wasn't under the
stop.
tree for me, and I was so pissed.
This is so
I was so
nerdy.
pissed.
You don't do Game of Thrones, but you'll get all nerded up for Star Wars.
Star
and
Wars isn't nerdy.
Falcon.
What? I can't agree with that, Flag.
Exactly.
Yeah, Star Wars is definitely nerdy.
I don't know. That's a tough one because I don't.
You get everything. You spoiled.
Yeah,
little
like
bitch.
I'm not trying to sound spoiled, but
You're
like
definitely spoiled.
Geek. Does he
I'm
get everything on the
absolutely
Christmas list?
Pretty much.
God,
Santa's
damn it.
usually
Andrew
been
got
good, but-
Andrew got female slippers for Christmas.
the Uggs.
Did you
Bob?
get that hair gel in the stocking every year, right?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Nice.
Santa comes in through with that.
Deke, what did you ask?
I've never
for from
noticed how
Santa?
much a delay that is.
Yeah,
Until
it
now.
throws me off a bit,
Yeah,
especially watching it on here too. And then
yeah.
I always wanted the Ectomobile.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ghostbusters.
I was like
Never got it.
Ghostbusters.
never
What's
got
that?
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't.
Ryan,
Hmm.
you get everything you wanted to?
I never got a Nintendo as a kid.
You never had a Nintendo.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
tough.
That's a good one.
You never
That's a
got
good
one?
No.
I got the Game Boy.
I never got a Game Boy.
I got the Game Boy, but that's actually a good one. I never got the Nintendo handheld one.
I never got any of them. So my parents were kind of old school, and they gave me an Atari.
Okay.
A couple years before that, and I got the 7800, which let you play the old games and new games.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, you're not getting a whole new thing. Like all those games will go to waste. So I never had a gaming system until I was an adult and had kids.
I've
So
always
check
had
that
a gaming system.
Yeah,
I
I still have. I have a
I think I
PS5
bought my
right
own
now.
Nintendo actually with my confirmation money.
I was about to say, how old were you when you did this? Because
Yeah.
I was about to say.
No, not that old. I bought my own PlayStation too. But how about you, Nate?
I'm gonna say remote control car. I asked for one every
Never got a
year.
remote control car.
Never got a remote
That's a good
control
one.
car.
Now,
That's
have you
a
bought?
really
Well,
good
you
one.
just said you bought yourself
A
a gaming
myself.
system as an
My-
adult.
My son has one.
Have you
so-
bought yourself a remote control car as
I
an adult?
haven't. Yeah. But I want to buy the ones that you can build, and
The
they go like,
Traxxas.
yeah, they go like
Yes.
65
Yeah.
mile an hour.
What?
What? You
Yes.
never seen them,
They
John?
take like real fuel
Yo,
or
them
something.
joints are crazy.
Really?
Go
Like, you-
racing them down Woodhaven Road
Yeah.
on Sunday
Yeah, I know,
nights.
right?
yeah, they're like 60. They can go like 65. It's
Damn.
insane.
They run
Yeah.
on real like fuel or
Yeah,
some
they run on fuel.
some
Like, and
stuff
you
like
put
that.
them together.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty cool.
I just never got
man.
around to it.
That's pretty
Treat
cool.
yourself, man.
That shit's
That's
blowing up. You
Yeah,
got to
come
put it
on,
together
Nate.
and put gas in it.
Yeah,
I don't
thought
trust
it'd be cool
myself.
to do with your, with your son, right? Yeah, with your
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like
you should
yeah.
talk to Santa about that and
Yeah,
try to make it
I mean,
work.
I'm here.
Shut my
I'm here with Santa now, so we'll see. We'll see how that
There
works
you go.
out.
All right, Deke, how about you? Did you ever get that rocking stick that you asked for back in the days?
He's still trying to get that rock hard.
Oh,
I've been thinking.
Smitty taking shots.
I didn't hear what he said.
I said
That's
you're
all
still
right.
trying to get that rock hard stick.
Yeah. I've been trying to think of something. The only two things I can really come up with would be a TV in my bedroom because I never had that, or cable TV. We never had cable TV.
Erroneous.
A Notre Dame Letterman jacket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Smitty?
parents didn't believe in paying for television.
Actually, Deke, you are much older than I, but we never had cable television either. So there
We
you go.
always
There
had
you go.
Never had cable.
We had cable.
Nope.
Smitty, what did Santa not bring you?
Height.
What did you say? Hold on, let me hear that. Say that again.
He said height.
He's trying to hit.
You
the
just
mute
missed
button.
that suck my balls button. That was the best time to hit it, and you missed it. You're too slow.
He's still looking at all the buttons. He's
No,
like,
I'm not looking at the buttons.
He's just hitting everything.
No, that was Andrew. I'm actually right here. I'm not hitting anything.
All right, so what did Santa not bring you, Smitty?
I'm trying to think.
that air is good air, Smitty.
It is. It's the best kind of air.
He sounds like another spoiled one.
No, I
Yep.
didn't get spoiled.
I
I'm
got
trying to think
everything
of
I
something
wanted.
that I wanted. That
World peace.
World peace. Yeah, there you go.
Were you only child, Smitty?
No, I have 2 other siblings.
Okay.
And they got everything. You got nothing?
That's right. Yeah, I got nothing.
Smitty wanted a
Think of
Red
some
Rider
on the top
BB
of my
gun.
head, other than I wanted Sega Genesis when it first came out. I didn't get that. That would be the one thing.
Did you buy it for yourself eventually?
No, I just went upgraded to PlayStation.
There you go.
Frankie,
And
how
I got
about you?
PS5.
What did Santa not bring you? When you were a kid, you always put it on your list and it never showed up. And did you end up getting it for yourself?
Let's see here.
A North Catholic sweatshirt? I can get you one of those.
It was a North Catholic sweatshirt. No, one gift that I think that I've always asked for and didn't get was, man, let me think. Mom did a decent job, but
Catch me outside. How about that?
catch me off phone. How about that? I'll go
I
with.
understand you all met Tom.
I want a great Danny Briere jersey.
Danny Briere jersey?
Always wanted one, and then I.
Did you get yourself one?
I got one.
No, there you go.
I called it a favor.
There you go. There you go. All right. I think that's it. It's time to shut it down. Smitty, do you know how to shut it down?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, I'm coming
Nate,
down
while
to shut
you're
it
on this
down.
side of the glass, got anything to say?
I'm shutting it down.
This is a different world for you on this side. I know you do it on Money Pot. I know you're in front of the camera all the time, but being here with us.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm missing a cup. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm missing a drink. Everybody has cups and red drinks. I don't do Miller Lite, bro. But I know.
Yo,
what is that?
It's Smitty, dude.
I was playing party music for you.
I don't even remember me having that on the board.
This
Like,
is
where
this is
did you
from,
get that one
don't
from?
read the
He
comments.
hacked into your OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Make sure you check that out, man. That's $19.99.
It's called You.
You.
No Money Pot. Showing my you.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Trying to think. No, man. I mean, I think we talked about me coming on this side, and I was like, you know what, be a good time to come in.
I think it was great.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
you bring a lot to the show.
You guys, this was like a shit show, so I was like, oh, that's a great time.
You bring more than Smitty on a soundboard.
Yeah, I heard Smitty yelling over there. It's different on that side. I didn't even know you guys can't really see me. Can you see me?
I got to look up a little bit to see. So, but
All right.
yeah.
It's funny because Smitty can't. He's like his hat's above the computer, but like it's just like
It's just a hat.
He's just a bobblehead.
Looks
It's
like
just a
a kid,
bobblehead.
like
Looks like a
All right,
12-year-old
we're signing out.
yeah,
Anybody
exactly.
I think you guys should all give your best holiday wishes, everybody, before we get off.
Is there a button for that, Smitty?
Let's go to the.
That was good.
That's a good drop.
That is.
Let's go to Deke first, the elder statesman. I'm sure it's past your bedtime. You're all loaded up on fluids and happy juice.
All right, Smitty, that's good.
I was trying to play the whole song for Deke.
What are we doing? We giving predictions?
Predictions. Pain.
Christmas greetings there.
We're
Christmas
saying good
greetings.
night. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, do you
Merry
wanna-
Christmas, happy holidays to everybody out there in Santa Boot First World. Thanks for your support. We all appreciate it, and we hope you keep tuning in week after week.
That a guy.
They'd be logging on, but we don't tune in these days. But that's all right.
Oh, shut up, baby.
DJ.
Yeah.
Parting thoughts.
Yeah. Enjoy the time with loved ones and friends, and I'll enjoy watching Eagles smoke the Cowgirls Saturday and the Sixers following up with the Knicks on Christmas Day, and I'll look forward to hanging out with the family and having a good time.
Oh, my turn already. All right. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope everyone has a great holiday. Happy New Year as well. It's great to be a part of this podcast, and looking forward to being a part of it, for the distant future. Be safe.
He just put it in there. You hear that, right?
Yeah.
That's
his application.
There. That's the application.
What do you got, Flan?
There's a quarterback controversy.
Go Birds.
Nate?
Yeah, no, just be safe. I know it's supposed to snow. Everybody should be home tomorrow. If not, be home, take off. Enjoy being around friends, being around family. Deke, get better. Didn't even know you were in the hospital.
He's just old. It's just comes.
No,
I mean, you told me
do get better.
you told me earlier he was getting he was going from Deke to Dietrich.
Oh my Thanks, God. Nate.
So a little bit.
Whoever said that, screw you.
But no, in all seriousness, man, Deke get better.
Thanks.
So happy holidays to everybody. This is Money Pot signing off.
Smitty.
You want me to sign off? Or
I think
no,
Deke
you're
was
going to
trying
give your
say
sign off,
something.
and then Nate's going to get in there to shut it down because you don't know how to do it.
The actual.
I think Deke was
professional.
trying to say something, and his mic was cut off.
I think he said, "Screw you, Nate," for the shot.
No.
That's cool. We can't hear you.
You can't hear it. I'm sure it's fantastic, Smitty.
Deke, can you hear me?
Now we got you.
I can hear you.
Saying happy holidays to everybody out there. And on a serious note, Deke, I'm glad that you're going to be able to spend Christmas with your family, and wish you a speedy recovery. Go Birds. And I'm just always in life trying to think outside the box. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Schmitty.
All right, folks. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Enjoy your time with your family, your friends. Thanks to all you guys that are in here. This is part of my family, so I enjoy spending time with you guys. Just enjoy the time off. Go Birds.
Remember,
Go Sixers.
Santa skips Johnstown. Remember that.
And there's no quarterback controversy.
I just got to say, he made this seat really warm.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Santa's spectacular Christmas Eve shit show. It didn't get quite as shitty and loud as I thought it would, but we got plenty of time to do that outside of this. So thanks, folks. We will see you in the new year. No show next year. Everybody enjoy the time off.
Next year.
Next
You
week.
mean next week?
I said we won't be in here next week. We'll see you in the new year.
Why? What's next? Why? What's next week?
Next Thursday.
What's next
Oh, we
Thursday?
take it. We'll talk about it.
I'm taking a week off. Right? I'm taking a week
I
off.
got you covered, Nate.
One thing I showed you, I can run the fucking board.
Schmitty's coming for jobs. All right, folks.
Get this dude
As
out of here.
always, be excellent to each other. See you next year.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Santa boot first.
Eagles fly, fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. B-A-T-L